What's up, YouTube? I am back with another video. Oh gosh, y'all know my favorite show was on today, y'all. My favorite show was on, and that was GStatus ATL Hustle. So can y'all hear me out there? If the sound is good, let me know. But my favorite show is back on the air. They was on a hiatus. They was gone for a long time. And now they back. Now it's good. If y'all can hear me good, and we're going to open up the phone lines, allow the people to speak in, but let me get my thoughts. Now, everybody around the country was blowing my phone up like I'm the producer. They hit me up. They said, Wiley, when the episode coming out? I said, I'm not the producer. So I don't know. And I'm getting phone calls. Somebody called me from Alabama. I got a phone call because, you know, they call the Wiley Show. They call the show number, the 972 number. So I got a phone call from Alabama. Hello, Wiley. I just want to know when the new episode coming out. I said, I don't know when the new episode coming out, even though, yes, we live on YouTube, live on this girl. We're live. And I don't know when the episode coming out. But, you know, then I got another phone call. Then I'm getting DMs from my producers, from my audience. When the episode coming out? Blah, blah, blah. I said, I don't know when the episode gonna come out, but it's gonna come out, okay? And so everybody was just saying it, and then, like The Rock used to say on WWE, finally, the episode has come back, and is back on YouTube. Finally, the GStatus episode have been released live on YouTube, okay? All right? Even though it was a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been a long time coming, but I know they ain't gonna release the episode. Oh, yes, they will. Okay, they released it because I'm like, Lord, when y'all gonna release it? So they finally released it, and now let's get into the episode. I'm excited, y'all, because they finally released it. I'm excited. And the title of the video was GStatus ATL Hustle Season 2, Episode 6, Part 2, Have My Cake and Eat It Too. Now, during this episode, it first opens up with our guy. It was our guy birthday. And Redrick threw a surprise birthday celebration for our guy. Every time I see Redrick, I just feel so sorry on that episode when she got stumped on and walked on. So I'm so happy to see her so happy and nobody walked on her, stumped on her. So she threw a surprise birthday party for our guy. And you already know I'm really falling in love with our guy because at first I thought that he was Charlie Puppet. Kind of still think that a little bit. I think it a little bit. You know, Charlie, the diva, the Diana Ross of the cast. So they threw this surprise birthday party for our guy, and they was in there and they were talking, and of course I see Roman. And I said, child, last time we saw Roman, he was in the kitchen dancing. He was in his kitchen flipping the cat, kitty, cat. Ow, ooh, ow. All on his stove, refrigerator, just dancing, kicking up his legs. So, and then we ain't hear no more of him. I'm like, where's he at? And so finally he showed his beautiful, sexy self up on there, good looking, look like a snack, look like, you know, So and then they up there talking about the whole Delicious fight and Hakeem was talking about the fight with Delicious. Then he was up there using the term call it Delicious a man. Okay. I said, ooh, you just gonna call Delicious a man. Call it a man. I said, wait a minute, Delicious, that's a woman. Okay, that is a woman that you are not going to disrespect. Delicious, okay? She identify as a woman, and we're going to respect her as a woman, and that's that on that. Okay, we are not going to put it out in the atmosphere that it is okay to disrespect our trans sisters. No, we're going to uplift them, right? And respect them. And us as Black men, we have privilege and we should respect our women. If they identify as a woman, so what do? We got to give them that credit. So he was throwing shade, not Hakeem. He was calling her man, all that, talking about that. So they were talking about the fight. And it was like a long drag out scene. They just talking about the fight then. Our guy, then it gets to some now production, Lord have mercy. Our guy was literally holding up a birthday cake. This man was holding up listen, this the birthday cake. Holding up the cake. Holding up a little bitty cake. Look like it's designed for somebody's kid party. It is designed for somebody that got kids and you up there want to do it for your little baby, for her little friends in preschool, a little bitty cake. For your little baby when you was 6 years old or something, your mama would have a little size cake for you and your little friends. They had this little bitty, I'm talking about little bitty cake. And I said, what they in the world they get that Walmart cake from? That small little cake. So y'all, I thank y'all so much. This is our guy. Thank y'all so much for surprising me. I said, y'all didn't have nothing in the budget for a big cake? Redrick, here you is doing makeup for Mama D. Redrick, you do makeup for Mama D. You couldn't call Mama D, ask Mama D to give you a raise so you get a nice sheet cake. You could have gave our guy a good cheat cake. Our guy, he be dressing up in different colors and different designs. You could get this man a big old cake. Come on now. Out of all that taken up for Charlie about to get whooped by Delicious, you could at least get that man a big cake. That was some ultimate shade. That they say a Kroger cake. A little design Kroger. I couldn't believe. Roger, is it Redrick? Redrick, I can't believe that you was in that line. So I want a cake for my friend birthday party. Oh, for your friend birthday party? Oh, yes, his name is our guy. And you get because let me find out you was being cheap and got a cake for $10. Let me find out you threw shade at our guy. You better watch her. She don't love you. And Charlie, hold up, Charlie. You make all that money and you be singing, going to different states and cities. You mean to tell me you couldn't call and got your friend a better cake? You ain't gonna do that to me. No. I be like, hey, they better be glad that wasn't my birthday. Okay, let me calm down. That triggered me. You bet now my birthday November 11th. If you even think about bringing me that little bitty baby cake, don't do it. You'd have came out better giving me a gift card or something. But that little bitty cake, but he came out, the camera was on him, zooming on that little bitty cake. He was so happy, cheesing happy. Didn't even have no candles on. Y'all couldn't get the man no candles so he can blow it out. Anyway. So, and Roman was Hakeem. Hakeem. I think that's how you said Hakeem. This man was so drunk. That man was so drunk. I don't know what in the world. Baby, the budget went to the alcohol. Hakeem was like, oh my gosh, Roman, you are so sexy. I want Roman. I want him right now. If you don't sit your old behind down somewhere and sober up, he don't want you drunk, granny. Grandpa, you shouldn't be doing all that drinking like that. Hey, see, you look young cat. I really want Roman. He looked so good. And Roman was so out of place. He was so disturbed by that. He was like, it's okay. Let's go back upstairs. And you up there trying to have Roman to yourself. At least if you going to flirt, man, Stop drinking so you can be sober and you can shoot your shot. But don't nobody want that. Got all that cheap 7-Eleven liquor all up on your breath, that cheap wine, that cheap stuff, all that. Gramps, don't you be doing that. All that drinking, all that type of stuff, trying to flirt with that young man. You need to be mentoring that young man, trying to flirt with him. Drunk by half. Anyway, Roman wasn't interested. I could just tell by his body language he wasn't interested. So he was flirting, and he was flirting again. Came all up in there. He was just doing too much, child. Last season, he had a beautiful story. He was crying. He was weeping. He was at the cemetery crying, reaping. Just it was his moment. And we gave him that was like a beautiful tribute for his story. Then next week, there's something in his liquor. Ooh yeah, Roman, you look thick. Ooh yeah, Roman, you know I wanna ride your face. I'm like, how you get from previous episode telling your life story to go right back into just being drunk? Damn. And then he gonna say, I'm tired of y'all talking about I'm a drunk. I'm drinking. You know, when you were drunk, drunk folks always say that. My mom used to say that. Don't you tell me that I'm a drunk. I'm just drinking. No, baby, you drunk. When you do all that outlandish talking, all that aggressive flirtation, and you just talking all that brute gibberish, you're drunk, okay? Let me move on. Then, is it Lando? Did I say it right? Lando got up there, and he wanted to confront Hakeem about Delicious. Lando, we never heard of this Lando person. I don't know what the hell he came from. I'm like, who is Lando? Who is this man? Who is this man? It was so like out of place. That man said, I'm tired of y'all not giving me no camera time. I'm just going to insert myself into the beat. Why did you hit Delicious? You shouldn't hit Delicious. That's a woman. And then Hakeem, he was like, that's a man. That ain't no woman. That's a man. And then some parts I agree with. I don't agree with him disrespecting Delicious, her identity, how she identified, right? I don't agree with that. I'm totally against that, 100%. And Hakeem should apologize. But what I agree with Hakeem on, I don't care if you a dog, a woman, or whatever you are. You could be a woman. You could be anything. If you put your hands on me, I have a right to defend myself. I'm going to say it again. You could be a woman, anything, man or woman. You put your hands on me, I have a God-given right to defend myself. You're not going to get a pass because you have a yoni and I deserve to get abused. No. Just because you have a yoni, does not give you excuse to just slap a man just because you can. No. You slap and punch me, I'm going to hit you back. It just, boom. I'm going to get you. I'm not going to take that one. No. I used to believe that. Talking about, man, don't y'all fight. But then again, if you're coming at me and you just slap me, just hit me, I have a right to defend myself. Now, I'm against a man just being abusive to a woman and you're just doing that because you feel like it, like you want to be Ike and you're hitting Tina. No, I'm against that. That's coward behavior. But I stand for a man or woman to defend themselves. So I agree with Hakeem on that piece, right? That piece. And another piece, when they was going back, he had a right to defend himself. And Delicious was being progressive. She was being aggressive. She was about that life. She wanted to nuck if you buck, and you like, if you ready to nuck, I'm ready to buck. You ready to bark? I'm ready to come on, let's go. If you want to, hey, hold up. If you just get like that, if you really want to go there, let's go there. If you throw on your shoes and you take your wig off, okay, baby, I'll take off my hat. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that a man should, yes, you should walk away, do what you can. But if someone hit you, you have a right to defend yourself, period. Pooh. Okay? You put your hands on me if you want to. If I know how to throw library books that's 15, 20 pounds across from the east to the west, what do you think I'm going to do to you with your bone and tail? So please, don't put your hands on nobody. Keep your hands to yourself. Period. Let me move on. So Lando was like, you shouldn't have did that. And you should have did it. Why you did it? And Hakeem just drunk it, blah, 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 blah. And then Lando just had that cake in his hand. He just had the cake in his hand. And then had the cake. And then he was like, I threw the shoe because I threw the shoe at Delicious and all that type of stuff because you ain't going to do that. They just going back. And then eventually the cake, then the music played. You just got the little bitty cake, that little bitty baby cake with all that yellow icing. And this dark chocolate man right there just standing. Then next thing you know, he hit that. He said, you should have. I'm like, what? He hit that man with that cake. It wasn't no alcohol, thank God. It was just cake. And boom, but that could not been me. I'd have been triggered. You would have saw the Hulk come out of me. He threw it in the ice, and already Gramps, Pops, you know that man is up in age, you know, and he's dark chocolate. Baby, that icing was just up there. It was a little baby slice, because it was a baby cake, little baby slice. It got that, but that ice all on his face. I'm looking like, man, just clean it off. And I'm looking like, hold up. I'm looking like, wait, Hakeem, didn't you in the first episode when you took the food out the plate and you ate it, why didn't you keep that same energy with that cake and wipe it off and just lick your finger? You did that. I'm gonna wait till you get. See, you should have just licked it. Listen, I should have been the producer. I'm like, lick it off your. You should have licked it all off your. You should have licked it every drop off of your face. You should have just got it off and just licked it. You went in the episode when it was throwing plates and cups and stepping on women and walking on women, walking like I talk it all up on Redrick's face. You should have kept that same energy when that cake got on your face. You should have just got it off and just licked it. You know. Or made Lando lick it off your face. How about you lick that cake off my face? You know, made him lick it off. Because if you want to do that, lick it every drop off my face. But he kept it on there. And he was just arguing. No, this is what you want to do? You said before the cameras came on that we ain't going to be doing no fight. Lando want a spot on the show. Lando got tired of folks ain't reviewing him. Nobody talk about this Lando. So he said, I'm going to have my moment. I want to be on the main cast. I don't want to be on the B cast. I want a spot on the head. So I'm going to put this cake on you the top one up in here. Boom. He want a spot. He auditioning for the next season. Okay. You know, he auditioning. He want that next spot. Lando said, I'm coming for some camera time. I'm tired of y'all dying. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Lando. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. He got tired of y'all saying that. Because ain't nobody said, who Lando? Who that? So he said, I'm about to let you have it. So the camera's all up on it. And wait a minute, production. GStatus ATL Hustle camera crew. Can I talk to y'all a little bit? Camera crew, GStatus, ATL Hustle. Why y'all laughing? The camera people was like, they had to they just laughing. They was laughing. Who did that? They should lose their position. They should have been fired. Ain't nowhere in the world you up there. I'm like, that the camera person couldn't even hold. You know you messed up with the camera. They were just in there giving a good old cackle. And seeing that chocolate man just up there with all that icing on his face. I'm just laughing. I said, good God. And you know, Hakeem don't know how to pronounce this word like that. He real country. He real country. Then we get to this piece that I just this is the part that with the naked at the pool. I don't know who was naked at the pool, but somebody really wanted Roman. See, this is what I don't like when people are so thirsty. This is why I don't drink, because when you drink, you start doing stupid crap. What you doing? I want you, Roman, and you big, all wet. Now, if Roman not meeting you already, Roman is chill, cool. He probably a freak, you know. He probably or you know, in a offline, right? But if you want Roman, you gotta come another way. You can't be all wet and all that. And Roman said, "Can you please get off me? I'm dry. Don't get me wet." All right, and then you jump up into the pool, getting all naked. You thirsty? Don't nobody want that. Got your ass all on that Airbnb equipment. You got your dirty ass butt cheeks all up on that longwood floor, all that Airbnb got your dirty ass cheeks, and then you gonna put it in Roman face. You nasty mother. You know doggone well you should know Roman don't want that. No, and then rushing up in the pool, doing too much. I don't know who was that. I don't know who that was. They wanted Roman so bad. I want him too, but you got to go another way. You got to meet him at his level. Don't do too much. You got to be cool. Talk to him. Talk about cat, ow, whoo, how, hit it with it, how. You do some Vogue sound. You got to meet him at his level. Beat him, understand you got to study your opponent. You just can't just show your ass cheek. That don't work in every case. And in that case, that ain't nobody got time for all that. You got to be smooth. Oh, Zion. That was the person's name. Yeah, Zion. Zion, sit down somewhere. He's trying to audition, showing his ass. I'm like, all these people that ain't the main characters trying to make a name for themselves. Then I'm seeing Charlie. He out there in the pool. I said, "Po Charlie, this man, he just got out of Ross. He just got to be the diva. Charlie, do something. Get in the pool. He's just so industry. Charlie is so industry. I wish, no shade, Londo, but you threw the cake in the wrong person's face. You should have just went down there and just threw that cake in Charlie's face. I'm tired of you thinking that you all that. That would have been more entertaining because I just want to see Charlie. But no, if you'd have did that to Charlie, he would have got an assault charge. He'd have went to the FBI. He would have testified. No, you should have did that to Charlie. You did it right with the drunk. You did it right with the drunk grandpa. You right. You did it right with the drunk grandpa. Like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it to Charlie, brother. Don't listen to Wiley. I got bipolar. Don't you listen to me because if you'd have did that to Charlie, best believe you'd have got locked up that day. That day, you would have got locked up. Okay, so, but yeah, if you want a moment, because Charlie I'm like, what are you doing right there? Y'all in the food, it's so wet. I'm like, Charlie. Then it gets to Ike. I wish you were here and I'd never be. Wish you were here. Finally, Ike, and on the Wiley Show, we have been dissing Ike all through the season. We called him boring. Get off the show. You're boring. Get out of Tramiel, y'all dry. 2 dry bones can't make no meat. I'm like, what the world going on? Like, Ike is so boring. He's so out of place. He didn't know what was going on. I don't know. And then he was like, oh, Reggie is so beautiful. All through the season, we just throw a major shade at Ike. So finally, I'm like, when is he going to talk about his iTunes chart song, Wish You Were Here? That song actually charted on iTunes. Yes, it did. And I'm so glad that Ike had his moment. And he was in the studio, working in the studio, getting his stuff together at the studio. I'm really, 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 really here for it. Definitely. I'm so here for it that he in the studio and we're, talking, and then they was trying to throw shade. Don't throw no shade. This your moment. You're an artist. And baby, if I'm going to do this show, put your music out there. You put time, you pay for the mixing, the mastering, the producer, you pay for that stuff to put your stuff out there. So yes, it is deserved to show the girls that you actually can sing. You ain't really that good on the show as a cast member because you that energy that you provide don't match up to the energy with GStatus. Okay. But this point of you in the studio, that really made me smile because you are an incredible artist. You are incredible art. Anytime you are competing with mainstream artists with one song, baby, you doing that. I give you a round of applause. Baby, I give you a round of applause. Your song is off the chain. What to watch it, okay? Why watch it is this guy is right in his hand. Oh, it was definitely dope. So Ike, I give it to you. Shout out to you, Ike. Love you. Now, Ike had 20 events. That dude be working, but I just wish that a lot of more so his personality was in the show of his music instead of him kissing Tramiel, but they dating. I love Tramiel. Now, Tramiel is sexy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. He's good looking. And he in a relationship, so I can't press. What was that? I can't press the gas on him. No, I can't say he look good. Okay, he looks good. very handsome, good looking, very Tramel. He in a relationship. I'm not a home wrecker, but he looks good. Can I? Is that okay? Okay, move on. Okay, move on. So, but I just got tired of following Tramel. They doing a date because both of them they too dry. I love them both. Good looking, just dry. They just dry, just dry. Put you to when they get on camera, I just go to sleep. Oh, wait a minute, they had a date. Oh, they still up there, like that. Snooze fest. But this episode of he and Tramel doing his confession was dope, and Ike music was dope. So shout out to y'all. Now, Devon, is it Devon? Did I say it right? Did I get his name right? Because I mess up people's name. I want to make sure I get it right. Is it Devon? Is that right, people? Did I get his name right? Let me make sure. I hope I got it right. I hope so. Is it Devon? I hope I get it right. Because I do mess up people's names. Because I got a lot of thoughts about it. Is it Devon? Yes or no? Did I say his name right? Because we're going to get into him. Give me a second. I'm going to make sure I say his name right. Hope I said it right. Where is that? Where are the comments at? Is it a yes or a no? Because I want to make sure I get his name. Okay, Devon. Thank you. You got to let me know. Let me drink some more of this water. Devon is an artist, a caterer. He's cooking food. And I'm seeing him in his kitchen. I'm like, what kind of noodles you got in that pot? Where are you? Yeah, I'm cooking. I got a catering. Baby, Devon, you should have been up in there frying chicken, chopping up flour, chopping up lettuce, chopping up stuff, making cake, baking chicken, really showing your skills. But I said, this man got some oodles and noodles in this pot that's stuck at the bottom of the pot. And guess who called him? Hakeem. Messy self called Devon, but that being messy. Yeah, I ain't see you at another events, and I just want to check up on you. And I know he better get to the bed. I just want to know, did you hear what happened or what's going on? Now, Devon, he in another space. He got a mentor. He's out there doing Yoda. He's doing yoga. Chasing behind K Michelle, trying to get a booking for her so he can fry some chicken at one of her updated, events. He really out here working, trying to cater of his business stuff. So he bringing the mess. He bringing the gossip. And I ain't gonna go over to the gossip because the king was still talking about delicious and all that. Lord have mercy. So then he was getting into, well, I'm going to have a feed the homeless event, and I'm going to invite Dre Simmer. Lord, why you got why in the world would Devon said, yeah, I'm going to have a feed the homeless event. I want you to come. He said, I want Delicious to come to, or Delicious, all that. And I'm going to bring Dre Summer because Dre Summer needs to eat. I said, what? As they coming at Dre Summer like that, I like Dre Summer. Dre Summer is my type. Small, I like it. Because, with all the guys, you could, if you're dealing with a big guy, so much you could do with it, okay? Like, but I didn't like that dude shade. I'm like, keep that same energy with Dre Simmer. I wish Dre Simmer was there because I would have loved to see Dre Simmer just popped up out of the frying pan or something and just went at it, But I just think that was shade. And I'm like, what did it eat? When is Dre Simmer going to pop up? I wanted to see more so Dre Simmer, and I wanted to see more so of his friend. I want to see them in the episode. They would have lined it up a little bit. But that happened. Shout out to Dre Summer. I love him. They're one of my faves. I wish he just get a lot of camera time because Dre Summer, he is talented. I love that man. He got a talent all up in there. He's very, 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 very talented. Y'all got to give this man his kudo points. Then it gets to Sherrod and his photo shoot. Now, everybody, this was Sherrod's episode. This is the reason everybody was waiting, because production leaked out and posted that Sherrod's Devon boyfriend, Devon boyfriend was, paid Sherrod to F him. Okay. And so Sherrod's at the photo shoot and Delicious is there and he's telling me to you. So I met this guy at, Devon boyfriend, reached out to me at Rain, at Pride, and Dwayne, he was named Dwayne, and all of this stuff was on, and I said I don't want to do it because I don't. I said, are you in a relationship? He said, whatever, f that, it's okay, whatever. I want to do it, and he said, I pay for it, whatever, I pay for it. What he said, he'd take a coin. Uh, so Sherrod took the coin and f the man, gave him the pin. He gave the coin, he gave the pin. Now a source, I can't verify it, but a source, okay, told me that the amount of money via Cash Out was $500 for Sherrod to give his pin allegedly to Devon boyfriend. $500. That was the amount that was sent to my DM, that it was $500 via Cash Out for for Dwayne to give him the booty, and Sherrod gave the pin. No shade, Sherrod is an entrepreneur. He offers services. You give the corny, he give the peeny, he give the booty. You got the coin, you get the cum. Come with the coin, he come with the cum. Come with the coin, he come with the cum. Come with the coin, give you the booty. That's what he does. He's a businessman. He take a coin, I want to know, if I give him $1,000, what can I get for $1,000? What was that? I just want to know. I'm just curious. If I give him $1,000, what can we do? I'm the college. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if I give him $1,000, if I had $1,000, I don't have one, but if I did have one, what can I get? What can I get for $2? What can I get for $2? Maybe he could just blow me a kiss. He just good looking. I love Sherrod. But everybody was dragging Sherrod in the comments. You a home record, blah, blah. And I'm like, Dwayne, the one that wanted him to screw him. Blame Dwayne, blame Devon boyfriend. You said screw Devon. I don't care. I want the money. Let me trick. Let me be your trick. He wanted to be the man trick. He offered a service. He ain't the problem here. The boyfriend is the problem. If you're dealing with a entrepreneur escort selling up a dizzy, if you're dealing with that, he offer a service. Like, come on. I'm not gonna get mad at that because Sherrod he ain't the problem. He offer a service and the man paid for it. There are two consenting grown adults, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna say he's a home wrecker. He offers a service. Blame the boyfriend. That's the problem. Y'all want to blame the other person, but don't want to blame the boyfriend. The boyfriend was wrong to reach out to Sherrod and wanted to pay him so Sherrod can put that rod inside of his cakes. Blame the boyfriend. He was wrong. Sherrod did right. He's a businessman who ain't gonna take a coin. Shoot. You want me to go on little for $500? You think I ain't gonna do it? Please try it if you want to. Let that cat out. But bing, let it bing and say, let's do it. And we too consistent though, I'ma do it. I don't care if you marry in a relationship. Coin is a coin. What I look like? Sure. I would do it and just live it just as happy. Hell, I ain't gonna be feeling no shame. You give that to me, and I do it. Sherrod, you shouldn't be doing that, and all that. Sherrod is the king of receipts. He always have receipts, and I don't think Sherrod would just lie on that because he's an entrepreneur. He's not gonna lie. I don't believe that at all that he's gonna lie for that. I don't believe that. Okay, I don't believe that. Okay. Okay, so right here, whoever this is, gotta verify, but I got a DM between now. Who is this person? Is this Devon boyfriend that sent a DM? Well, allegedly, I have a DM sent to me, and they're saying that this is the boyfriend. Is this the boyfriend that sent me this? Hold on, let me say, is this the boyfriend DM? Hold up, before I put this out there. You gotta tell me who this is, baby. Give me a second. Okay, but everybody was just on Sherrod, and everybody was like that. He offered a service. Yes. Okay, so this is allegedly the DM exclusive, and I'll post it up there publicly, but I'll read it to you. So this is what the boyfriend allegedly sent to Sherrod. Devon boyfriend wrote this quote: "You have no idea what I be trying with you." And then Shirai allegedly responded, "Man, you always get mad and be coming from my head." And then this is the Devon boyfriend. His response was this, allegedly, quote, "Cause I just be trying to be your trick and you be playing." And then Shirai said, "I don't." "You do, but okay, ma." And then Shirai responded, "Whatever." So the men want to pay for it. And I'm like, you can say no for so many times, but if somebody offer you the coinage, just take it. Shoot, Shirai got bills, he got photo shoots and everything like that. So thank you for that exclusive. It is what it is. The boyfriend is the problem. Shirai look good looking. He have the type of face that people would pay to screw. People would pay. You know, it is what it is. If I had the money, I would do it. So what? And I don't feel shame for it. If you can't get it on your own looks or your own status, pay for it. So what? I think it should be legal. I don't think that escorting and all that should be illegal. If you are a consistent adult and you want to sell your badusi, you should be able to do so in America. I believe that it should be legal in all states. Period. It shouldn't be that you have a great asset, your abudi, and your equipment or your yoni. You should be able to sell it if you want to. I do believe so. It should be legal. Period. Now, this date go all the way back up to March 31st. Goes up to like March. And that is what it is. It goes to March. And so we will put it out there on Instagram so y'all will see it. Right? It should be legal all over. I ain't want no shame for it. Ain't she look good? If I had it, let me reach it, be a multi-million-dollar. Hey, Shirai, I want to do this, this, and that. What's your price? He said, the price is XYZ, the flight, the hotel, car service. Because when I get it, it's going to be like that. Sign an NDA, let's get to it. You ain't signed no NDA. So when you make it, get that big bucks, you sign an NDA. Okay? You sign a keep your mouth closed document. Okay? You know, so you don't say all that and get cards so you treat them right and don't be trying to poop on them and stuff, you know, allegedly. Don't try to poop on them. I don't know why I say that. Don't try to poop, because if you poop on somebody, they will talk. They will get out there spilling your beans. If you out there pooping on them and all that, they will talk. You know, it is what it is, child. And then if your boyfriend, if Devon, like, listen, word on the street is you were talking all that messy. Don't be out here defending, talking all that mess and blah, 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 and your boyfriend up there paying for the peen. See, I ain't going to be sitting here defending my boyfriend like that and he up there paying for the peen and all that, because when it come out, Shirai have no choice but to just clap back with that. That's an amazing clap back. If you know that the man that y'all beefing, y'all at war, and he paid for you to go inside his inside parts, you have a right to do it. I ain't bad at you playing. Shirai, do that. Because if I'm beefing with somebody, if I know that you paid me to go inside of you and I did my business, I'm going to put it out there. Period. Baby, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say what we did. I ain't going to be ashamed if I did that and you put it out there, we beefed it, and I knew I got the receipts, the documents, and the bank statements that we did that. I'm going to tell it. I'm good for you, Shirai. Like, you showed the girls why you are the face of the franchise. Tonight, Shirai proved to the world why he is the face of GStatus ATL Hustle. Shirai is the face of GStatus ATL Hustle. He proved to us how he is. Now, wait a minute. Let me pause a little bit because somebody else is the face of this franchise too. Delicious. Come in, my darling. You are a hit maker on that show. You are the face too. Because in that show, you and Shirai, y'all dominate the show. Everybody coming at you, Delicious, but you dominate the conversation. I don't care what you said. You should be up on that show. If people can call you out your name, call you a man, you should be able to say what you want to say out your mouth, and you shouldn't be canceled. Because if they ain't canceled, Hakeem, you shouldn't be canceled. Keep that same energy. If we want a show of integrity, of no negativity, then we ain't going to give this man no pass for calling this woman a man, but yet we want to cancel that woman when she say a racial slur. If you want to cancel, then keep that same energy across the board. Don't just cancel her, then allow this man to call this woman a man. That should be canceled too. Amen. That rhymed a little bit. That rhymed a little bit. So, and the thing about Devon, like, he had the same thing with chasing Atlanta. He had things going on with his boyfriend, then he got exposed again. Like, let that man go. Let him go. He's bad for your brand. How are you frying chicken and then he up there trying to pay K Michelle to eat a yoni? Like, I don't want no man like that is willing to give money. That messes up your brand because everybody know, like, that man to pay for. See, we can get some chicken for one of the boyfriend and we can get a coin for the other one. Like, you bringing the money home and he taking your hard-earned money, you slaving over that hot stove. He taking the money, giving it to Shirai so Shirai can put his thing up his badissi. No, it shouldn't be. This shouldn't be that you slaying over that hot stove, Devon, and your boyfriend up there taking all that hard-earned catering money and giving it to Shirai so Shirai can give him that wood. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. You need to let him go. He ain't all that good looking to be doing all them problems. Like, I ain't gonna keep on defending that man like that. No, you're gonna keep on embarrassing me like that. That ain't your husband. Get somebody that's gonna appreciate you and ain't gonna be paying for the pain. Okay. All right. So we will open up the phone lines. I personally think like, and then it ended it with Ike music. Oh my gosh. Ike, whew, boy can blow. Only critique I have, because it won't be the Wiley Show if I'm not honest, is the show. It was so long for us to get this episode. It felt like it was so long that I forgot some of the characters' names. I had to literally go to Walmart or Walgreens and go get me. Now I know Little Bitty Cake. I had to go get me some index cards to write down these people's names because I didn't forgot about the names of the people that's on there because the show was gone so long because I'm doing other stuff. I literally had to write. I'm like, who that? Because it felt like I ain't seen these people in years. It just felt that way because on the internet, that means because it's a lot of competitions out there. So I had to write down the names and get it together. But I'm so happy. But again, I understand it's a lot of things that goes on in this business to put a show together. When you're the only one financing the show, doing it independently, you have to do it like it is. So I'm not going to press the gas on production that much. Thank God they put it out because they put a lot of work. And you got to understand a lot of that stuff don't really be monetized via YouTube because you're playing other music. So you have to get donations, you have to get sponsors, you have to get people to help you out on it. And it is a struggle when you're trying to put in the production is off the chain. The quality of the chain, and that stuff costs money. It's a lot of stuff. When it's just you have a lot to do with. You got to edit. It's just one person. It's like it's a process, right? And so I'm not going to come too hard on them. All I say is now I just hope every single episode is ready to go. Every single episode, you got 4 episodes left. It should be just ready to go and just keep it every week and everything like that. But I will open up the phone line. Dre Simber, if you want to hit the link and come on, you can come on and speak and talk to it. You ain't just got to make no comment. Over here, we all about that, come on the link. Now, if anybody want to call in, let me put the number in. You know how we do on this show. You knock on the door, baby, hit that link, talk it, get it off your chest. I won't want nobody to tell me I look homeless and I need to eat a chicken wing and collard greens. I say something. I defend myself, child. Ain't nobody gonna say, yeah, Wiley, I want you to go to feed the homeless, baby. I hit that link and say, Wiley, give me the link. I need to say something. Get it off your chest. Sure. If you ain't getting no camera time, you can get some camera time on the Wiley Show. We don't discriminate. Come on. Hit the link. Let's go to the phone lines. 4713, caller, you on there.
Hey, Wiley, how's it going?
Hey, who this?
It's Darren.
Hey.
So I got a few things to say about tonight's episode. Okay, for starters, our guy looks a fool to me. Like, everything about him to me is just clownish. Like, he's a clown to me. And like, I don't like the fact of how him and Charlie try to make it seem like they're like these it girls and they're above everyone. And it's just like, all right, guy, look at yourself in the confessional. And it has nothing to do with him being a feminine guy or anything like that. Like, if you're gonna do it right. Like, to me, he looks a fool. What he had on it when he came to his party, he looked a fool. Also, like I said, with Charlie trying to say that like he's that girl, this and another. That cake was too small, 100% too small. You could have went to Costco and got a $20 cake that could have fed all those people in there. As far as Hakeem, I think Hakeem is a drunk. He does entirely too much. I don't like the fact that you are like, this is a gay show. You know what I mean? You represent our community, and for him to be that transphobic, that's very problematic. You know what I mean? Like that's to me, that's really disgusting. And like, you made a good point. I don't like how they got on Delicious for saying the N-word. Of course, I don't agree with her saying the N-word. But if you're going to get on her about saying the N-word, they need to get on Hakeem about his transphobic comments. You know what I mean? Because to me, that's just totally out of line. I was laughing, like you said, when the cameraman were laughing at him when he got slapped in the face with the cake. Also, did you hear them asking him, like the cameraman also asked Hakeem, how does the cake taste? Did you hear that?
Yes.
They were
Shady.
playing in his face, asked him that too. Right. I also feel like they would be a fool to get rid of Delicious, because at the end of the day, she is controversy. Controversy brings in views, 100%. When it comes to the Sherrod situation, I don't blame Sherrod. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those type of people that mess around for money or anything like that. But like you said, people out here doing it for free. So hey, if you want to make a coin, get a coin. There's nothing wrong with that. As far as Devon's boyfriend, fun fact, me and his boyfriend went to high school together. His boyfriend, Devon, was the reason why I came out the closet. Like, him and I were best friends my junior and senior year of high school. My first apartment, we ended up living together. You know what I mean? Like, I have I know his boyfriend really well. But we did fall out later on in our adult life. And as far as the allegations, I'm gonna just keep my mouth closed on that.
Oh no, don't keep it closed. You said all that. Do you believe it? Yay or nay? Have you ever in the past was paying for it back in the day when you known the boyfriend?
Listen, like I said, I know him like the back of my hand. I'm not gonna touch on that, but I mean, if numerous people saying the same thing and they got receipts, I mean,
keep it real. So can I ask you this? Have that ever happened when you have known them, of the allegation of him paying for peen? Because I guess he is a bottom. Can I ask you, is he a top or a bottom? Is he a bottom? Was he a bottom?
He's versatile.
Okay, but have it ever came out that he's out here paying for people to screw him? When you
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm just answer. Don't leave it alone. Let me know. Is it yay or nay? I want to know about that. You know, you're a character witness. You known him for a long time. You know, you started out knowing in your apartment and stuff. Have you known it, or have he offered? Okay, let me ask this, because I'm very messy. Have he ever asked you to be his trick?
Like I said, him and I were best friends, so it was never on like a sexual thing. Never on a sexual thing.
So you was his best friend. But, so obviously you knew something. So have you ever heard that? Yay or nay? Just tell it. I want to know. This to clear your friend.
Yeah.
So what was,
you know what I mean? Like I said, and it's nothing against him, but Sherrod's not lying.
Wow, because he loves.
Sherrod is definitely not lying.
He's not lying. So how much is he willing to pay? How much is he? How much?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his pocket. Like I said, we fell out later on in our adult life. Like, me and him went to high school 07, 08. We both graduated in 2008. You know what I mean? Then we came out like after we graduated, we were in the gay scene together. We ended up living together for like a year and a half. And you know, you outgrow people. We end up like falling out, and yeah.
Wow. Okay, can you give me a ball figure? Is it more than $200, $300, $400?
Like I said, Wiley, like, I can't sit up here and give you an amount. I don't know. Like I said, he's never.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, you did confirm that he was doing this a long time. But I ain't nothing wrong. But you know what?
But have I heard that?
Have you heard that?
But have I heard that? Yeah.
So why did y'all fall? What was the fallout? Why did y'all break apart and stop being friends?
Oh shit.
Okay.
You know, just gay stuff, 2 different places in life.
Okay. All right.
You
But
know,
it's
2 different
nothing
places in life, but it
wrong.
was never nothing. It was never nothing about like drama or anything. It's just, I mean, sometimes you outgrow people, you know?
Right. But I want to say this, as long as it's a consenting adult, I don't think it's a problem for you to go if
Me
you want to
neither.
pay. It's not for me. I don't think it's a problem. If you're 2 consenting adult, you want to do what to do. But what I think is wrong if you're in a relationship and you're doing it, your boyfriend not agreeing to, I think that's wrong to do because you're embarrassing your household. Right now, if you single, do it. But if you're in a relationship, your boyfriend not into that, you going out there buying stuff, then you shouldn't do that. That's the only piece I just disagree with if you're in a relationship. But I'm not wrong with Sherrod. Do you think Sherrod is wrong? Well, you answered that. You said no, Sherrod is not wrong.
I don't think he's wrong. Like I said, I mean, hey, people are out here doing it for free. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, I mean, hey, if you can make money off of it, and I mean, Sherrod have done it on film before. So, I mean, hey, I mean.
Right, he does on film. And he's good.
It's no dick.
Because I want to be honest, exclusive, if I had the income, I would do it. I would do it. I would pay him to be my boyfriend.
Like I said,
I would buy him.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I would buy him. Serious. He would be my boyfriend. If who is that? Who is that? If Jeffree Star can buy him a man, allegedly, why can I not do it? If he bought him, look what he bought.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. Right. And money well spent.
Buddy, well said. It's a good investment, especially if you out here blogging, you got a career and stuff like that. Why not? But I don't think it's a problem. Only issue is, I feel, why do you think that his boyfriend, Devon, is still with him? Like, do you think like he's crazy to stay with him? Do you think that's pathetic for him to continue to be in a relationship with somebody that's
like? I don't know. Like I said, I've never met Devon. Like I said, me and his partner Devon, we fell out way before any of this. So like I said, I've never met Devon. So I don't know his character. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how deep their relationship is. I don't know. So I can't speak on that.
All right. Thank you for giving us that exclusive. Wow. Okay. You watching the Wiley Show. Thank you. You got a beautiful voice.
Oh, gosh.
Got a beautiful.
Bye, Wiley.
Okay. Bye. Let me go. Well, listen. What are y'all saying is the problem? Let me run up into $88 million tonight. I'm Sherrod. I got this. Show. And that's announce it to the world. 9957 calling you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, this is Rolling Rebel.
Hey, Rolling Rebel. Go so. What's on your mind?
This episode should have been entitled Lies and BS.
Lies and BS. Tell us why.
Because Sherrod has always been a whore and will always be a whore. Devon's man is not the only person he slept with throughout Atlanta. You sleeping with everybody on every platform and begging for money, and I have receipts on that whore. And if I go to the reunion, when I go to the reunion, those receipts will be dropped. You, Sherrod, know that you asked Devon for a ride home and then tried to sleep with Devon and Dewan. Paid them both. So don't make it seem like you didn't know what was going on. Oh, I want to be your friend, Devon. I want to be your friend and get to know you. But meanwhile, you sleeping with this person's man. Make it make sense. Nobody feels sorry for you.
So
he's selling his. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish. Said it. What else?
He's selling his OnlyFans videos for $6.99 because he can't get a job. He gets fired from the airport for fucking. It's bad.
Wait. So what do you mean talking about? How do you know he got fired from the airport? Couldn't it be creative differences at the airport?
No. Me and Sherrod were friends and we fell out.
You were friends? Okay. Tell it. What else you got to say? Friends.
Remember, let me take you back. Remember last season when the whole allegations from him and Corday sleeping together and him allegedly having, the package? Me and Sherrod became friends from that point. And so after Sherrod and Corday fell out, he would tell me everything that was going on. Well, I don't have any money. I'm homeless. Can you send me some money or whatever? And I would do it, because that was my friend. And then come to find out you're on Twitter opening your hole up and giving it to everybody, but you can't make no money to eat or find somewhere to sleep. And I feel like don't use people for that, because people would help you, but don't take advantage of it because you look good. It's not a good look. So I'm not mad at Devon for him being mad about sleeping with his boyfriend.
Well, I want to say this piece. I want to ask you now. You said an airport thing. Now, what were you saying that he said he lost his job because he was fucking at the airport? How can that be?
He called me one day and asked me for $10 because he was hungry to get him some McDonald's or whatever. And he said, I lost my job. And then directly after that, there was a video on Twitter of him getting fucked in the airport. So make it make sense. Tell the truth why you lost your job. You lost your job because you was fucking on the job.
Where's the receipt? I never see. I would like to see that video, by the way. If it exists, I would love to see it. Wow. Why they do that? He's just an entrepreneur. He's just trying to be an entrepreneur. He should ask for his vendor license. He's trying to be an entrepreneur. Why
you
they
trying to be an entrepreneur, but you model and do everything else? Make it make sense.
But it's not but again, but he did that. But I just don't have an issue because Sherrod is an entrepreneur, and I don't feel like it's wrong to give yourself away for a coin. I don't see nothing wrong with that. If it's two consenting adults, I don't see a problem
putting
with
the business out. I'm putting the business out because Sherrod put me out. As if I did something to him. And girl, fuck you.
What happened? Did you want to roll up on him? You wanted him, or did you want to roll up in his Badunsi?
I was legit his friend because I felt bad for him because he cried and whined and all that about, his disability. People make fun of me because of my hands, and I actually felt sorry for him. And, the whole thing with Corday, don't nobody supposed to put your business out there about you allegedly having a virus that you don't have. I really took the bullet for him. That's why me and Tramel fell out.
Right.
And then you tell them.
Yeah, speak on it.
And then you tell the public that it was my fault that me and Tramel fell out. You did that. Just like this whole thing with him and Delicious, everything that has happened to this point, Sherrod has been the center of all of it. From the fight at the barbecue, from the first fight, everything that has happened has been because of Sherrod. With Charlie, everything that has happened has led to Sherrod. And Sherrod acts like he doesn't do anything. Like, you just, I don't know.
But my piece is for you, if you say that y'all broke up the friendship, so he told you y'all couldn't be friends no more?
No, he went back and told Tramel that I was talking about him and sent the receipts, but he failed to tell Tramel that he was trying to offer me his videos too in those same receipts.
Do you have them receipts?
I sure do.
Yeah, send it to him. I would like to see this. I have to, we're gonna have to, get those receipts and see that. But again, I don't see an issue what Sherrod does. He's a beautiful person. I feel like he's a businessman, and I feel like he have a business, and I do believe and I stand by his business, and I feel like I don't think it's a problem for that. Sometimes you got to get.
It's the way you go about it. Don't try to get over on others because things aren't right with you. You burn bridges that way.
But for you,
and I would have never. Huh?
So have you ever send me the receipts and send it to so I can see it. And
then my thing is Sherrod apologizes to me, but then turns around and still talks about me in public. Like that, how does that work? Make it make sense.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So you did that. And so you said you will be rolling up at the reunion. You are rolling rebel.
I sure will.
You will be in your
I sure
wheelchair
will.
pulling up at the reunion, pulling up there
I
in
sure will.
turbo speed with the receipts.
I sure will. And December, I'm still waiting on you to smack me. Hey, girl.
Okay. So you would be at the reunion with the receipts. Would you have security? Would you have any bodyguards?
No, no need. No need.
So it would just be
Devon
you.
will be
It
there.
would just be you in your chair, your wheelchair.
If folks want to threaten, I want to see if they're about that life and not be a scary hoe.
Okay. Well, thank you, Roland Rebel, for giving me this information. But again, Sherrod, I don't feel nothing wrong in the airport if it's two consenting people and you in one of the stalls. I don't see a problem with
But
it.
you can't be crying to nobody that you lose your job at that
I
point.
feel like
I don't feel bad for it.
he should have sued the airport. That's unjust. That they discriminated against him. You go in the restroom to handle your business, and he was in the restroom handling his business. I don't think the airport should have fired him. Maybe I'm gonna have to talk to Sherrod. If that happened, we can lead a protest. I'm ready to come down there. You know, I would take a Greyhound. You know, I would fly down there. Give me a sign. No, no, we won't go. Hell no. He was handling his business. That's what it's a restaurant designed for. But I don't think they should have fired him. No.
I don't feel bad for him.
Okay.
That's your point.
So you would be there in your wheelchair. And wow. So Roland Rebel, why haven't you asked to be on the show? Because if you have all this receipts, why don't you the real wheelchairs of Atlanta or something like that? Why don't you try to do a show and be on the show?
You trying it, Wiley.
What? No, the real chairs of Atlanta. Why not? I could see it. Crutches, wheelchair,
You
oxygen
tried it,
tanks. I
Wiley.
mean, I'm just saying, do a little show. You roll up. No, but have you Alfred and asked GStatus producers for you to be on the cast or Chasing Atlanta? Because you get on with everybody. You're more hated than me.
I am. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
What? So you don't know. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And thank you for being a friend, but I hope that you and Sherrod can work out y'all differences. Thank you.
Never.
All right. See you later. 0859, calling you on the air.
Wiley, guess who it is?
Who is this?
This is December.
Hey, December.
What's tea? Child, I was like, let me go ahead and call in because these hoes just like confused or something. Like Wiley, okay, I think we both agree, like, we know Sherrod a hoe. Child, I'm a hoe. All them bitches is
I'm a hoe
hoes.
too, so I can't be
sell
mad.
ass, Brandon Carter sell ass, Sherrod sell ass. What's the issue?
There's no problem.
The thing is, like, you can't shame Sherrod for that. He's been open and honest about everything since season 1,
Absolutely.
and then now it's even more escorts and shit on the show. So I'm like, that's not the issue. What it is Devon boyfriend not shit.
Yeah, that's the issue. That is the issue.
He has nothing to be mad at Sherrod about. They fucked back in 2015. Okay. This is before any of us was on the show together. Okay. He didn't pay Sherrod when they first fucked. And Sherrod told me all this, but we haven't, none of it's gotten out because, we was waiting till the episode started. So he told me the whole story. I don't know if he's going to speak on it or not, but I'm going to just go ahead and let the tea out because these bitches is weird. They fucked back in 2016. So these messages that you just saw was from this year. This is when the show was out, or no, March of last year, if I'm correct. And then he hit Sherrod up recently, but the second time is when he paid Sherrod. He paid Sherrod $40 when it was in person, but he had to go. So he was like, I'm going to cash app you the other 10. It was supposed to be 50. So he left and they never fucked anything. And he told Sherrod, just keep your fucking mouth shut. Devon ain't got to know about anything. So Sherrod confided in Monet about that because him and Monet was cool. Let me tell you something. Monet and Sherrod had never met before.
And Roll Rebel has never met Sherrod. I've never met Roll Rebel. Monet first scene that she did with Devon was her first time meeting him. These people don't know us. Okay. So he confided in Monet about that because they were cool and they had hung out once before. She brought that shit to Devon so that she could get on the show. Literally. So she crossed Sherrod so she could get on the show and have a storyline. That's how that got out. She was asking, Sherrod asked Monet, he confided in her about it as like how I'm trying to build a friendship with Devon. How should I tell him that I've had sex with his boyfriend? Because Devon had gave him a ride from set one night and he was confiding in Sherrod about Devon whooping his ass and cheating on him a lot and this and that. And Sherrod just felt awkward because he was like, damn, bitch, I fucked your nigga too. But he didn't tell Devon that night because he didn't want the bitch to put him in his car. So he asked Monet about it. She went straight to the motherfucking producers and Devon to set up a storyline. That's how this all got out. This was not Sherrod's doing. He didn't break up no home. None of that.
Wow. So
that's the real tea. Like, you know, I'm like, and then Sherrod was talking heavy in the confessionals and shit because Ja has people say, like, he has us do shit and say shit for dramatics and stuff. Like, a lot of this shit is really copy and pasted. Like, a lot of these storylines don't make sense. They don't sound like they make sense. None of that shit. Like, this just came out of nowhere. This is like one of the most true, real, authentic storylines on the damn season because everything else was kind of orchestrated. So this was like real life motherfucking like TV that y'all seeing right now. Like, none of this shit, none of us knew about it. Cause but well, this shit ain't came up yet, so I don't want to say nothing about it because I don't want to ruin none of the whole storylines and shit yet. But I ended up going to an event, and I was going to tell Devon about his nigga. Because me and Sherrod, y'all will see it, child. This is a whole big ass fight that's gonna take place. Some more shit, bottles, and I was going to insert myself into it, but the event that Devon invited me to got shut down. So the bitch lucky because I was shoving to tell her, oh yeah, girl. Well, I said some shit about your boyfriend fucking Sherrod to the cast, blah, blah, blah. But he ain't got nobody to be mad at but his nigga. This is the second show that he's done embarrassed you on. You left the show that you helped create it and came onto the show that me and Sherrod created just to fucking still get embarrassed because you didn't want Oliver and Gardini them to embarrass the fuck out of you. So you left chasing Atlanta to come over here thinking that you the big bad wolf and shit. I'm finna come and come for Drake Simber and be friends with Sherrod and shit. It backfired, honey, because you found out Sherrod fucked your nigga. And that became your storyline. Because really, the bitch ain't got no storyline except who? Me. That's why she talked about me every damn scene and tried to invite me to every damn event that she had. And I declined. I declined the event that the bitch just said in the episode. I didn't come. Monet came and flipped the whole damn script. And I'm very happy I didn't go now because now that's that new storyline. So, yeah, this shit is just really weird. And I'm like, y'all can't be mad at Sherrod about anything. Y'all know Sherrod a hoe. He's very open about that. He just happened to fuck this bitch nigga in the past. So, what's the issue?
So, he fucked him for how much money again?
No, when he fucked him the first time, he didn't get paid back in 2004, 2015, 2016.
Wow.
The second time that they were supposed to fuck, they didn't end up fucking, but he still paid Sherrod. He was like, I'm gonna pay you just to shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing about this to Devon. Don't let it get on the show. And they were supposed to fuck, but he ended up leaving, and Sherrod paid his phone bill with the money. But they didn't fuck when he paid Sherrod. He paid Sherrod some hush money.
Like hush money. Wow. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Sherrod will tell y'all some more details because the time, check this out, that's not even a word. I know some shit that Sherrod told me that we're going to save for the reunion because it involves somebody really close to him. Oh, but honey, Miss Devon, child, I wonder if he'll tell y'all the story about how he got with Devon and who he was with before Devon and had a puppy with and ended up leaving for Devon. Child, this little scene, this little industry that we in is very, very, very small, honey. Because he has another person that he was paying to fuck who I'm very close friends with who's on another web series. I'm not going to say nothing about that yet, honey. We're going to keep that one on the wraps right now.
And where's that web series located? Where's that web series located? Give the city.
Child. Wiley, you know I got the tea, honey.
Give the city.
But I'm just gonna say this. Devon has a thing for the OnlyFans girls. We just gonna say that.
Yeah.
He has a thing for the OnlyFans girls. You know, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and Devon is the fucking chef, so the cooking must not be that damn good. Because his boyfriend is going all over town to everybody else's kitchen and asshole to get something to eat. She mad at all of us. You need to be mad at him, sweetie. You worrying about what I'm putting in my nose and this and that. You need to worry about who ass your boyfriend put his dick in. You worry about the wrong thing, sweetie.
What? This, because I would love to know what city this is. This is really because I if that's true, then that probably a spill over to that web series. So you ain't gonna share the city. You ain't gonna give me the little tea on that.
That web series. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. It's one of my friends from that dating show, Cuffing Season.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say his name. We did Cuffing. Me, him, Sherrod, four. That's Orlando. We all did Cuffing Season 1 together.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say it's one of the guys who's on that show, but he's a pretty big name in like the scene and stuff, and on Cuffing Season, and he was on Cuffing Season 2. That's all I'm gonna say because we got a little bit of a surprise for Miss Devon at this reunion. I'm just gonna say that.
I think I probably know. I think if you said Cuffing Season, it's only one. It's two people that I know that get that Badissi. It's two names. Is it Cash De Niro? Is it?
I don't know. He might have had her too.
Is it Rico?
No,
is it Rico Pruitt?
Okay.
It's
one of the other contestants.
I'm gonna have to.
And he's a very good friend of mine.
I'm gonna have to.
He's a very good friend of mine. So
okay.
I'll be giving y'all the tea about it once more this shit comes out. Because honey, these last 4 episodes, from what I saw in that trailer, there's a lot of shit that's about to take place. So. I'll definitely be coming back to revisit. We'll be revisiting this conversation very soon in the future. But I'm like, she can't be mad at nobody else. Nobody can be mad at Sherrod. Y'all know Sherrod a hoe. We all hoes, child. Everybody on the damn show feel ass, child. So it's like, what are you mad at? Look, this is the thing. It's just like the typical heterosexual shit. They always mad at the side bitch, but not the nigga. I don't get it. Why are you not mad at your man?
I want to know who else he did it with, though, because I haven't seen Cover Season in a while.
Yeah. Honey, I heard that he was flirting. Devon told, what is Devon? Look, it's from blank. That scene that they shot at Devon house, child, he was trying to fuck on Ja.
The producer?
He was flirting with Ja, honey. Yes.
He was trying to F the producer?
Child, he was flirting with the producer. I ain't gonna say who told me, but trust me, my sources is very good. And then on the cast trip that y'all gonna see, child, Devon was trying to fuck Sherrod. Honey, these girls, that's why I said y'all need to pipe down. And Wiley, you know I ain't got shit to lie about. I quit the damn show. My scenes is cut. I'm barely in any damn thing. I ain't got nothing to lie about. I've always been the realest bitch. And Sherrod's pretty honest about his shit too. Sherrod's not a liar. He's just very emotional. He's always been honest about his shit.
But my
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Devon is just mad that he got embarrassed.
You know what? I'm gonna reach out to Devon, and he deserved to have a sit down interview. I would love to talk with him. But my thing is this: I feel like the boyfriend is the issue. I don't give a damn what Devon said out of his mouth. The boyfriend is the issue because he's
honey, his nigga is the issue. She left chasing Atlanta to come to our shit to still get embarrassed, Wiley.
Yeah, it's the boyfriend though.
Like a uppercut.
It's the boyfriend that's the issue, though. Don't agree with that? That he should be getting dragged? But then again, I see why you're dragging Devon because he's the face of the he is on the cast, so of course he's going to get the impact. So I understand that too, but still, the boyfriend, he got to go. Why do you think that Devon stayed with his boyfriend, currently staying with him? Why do you think that?
I don't really know. I never had a problem with Devon. He came on this show wanting a problem with me. You get what I'm saying? I didn't know who the bitch was. I met him one time. I met him twice when I did Chase Atlanta reunion. And when we was at CJ house party. I never see her around the city. I didn't have a problem with the bitch. Don't know. And to me, he does all that hype. Oh, I'm the baddest bitch, this and that. I'm finna come and I'm gonna be the new star of the show and I'm gonna take out Drake and blah, 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 and trying to shade us and just comfort us and this and that. I think he does that to compensate for him having low self-esteem. Cause ain't no way I'm finna be with some nigga who's embarrassing me on these platforms
He
that I'm
don't
supposed to
need
be.
low self-esteem. He looks good. He's not ugly. Devon is not ugly.
Mm.
He's good looking.
Devon's not ugly. You know, I'm not no hater. He's not ugly,
attractive.
but he has low self-esteem, really, and especially because he don't look as good as the rest of us.
But
I mean,
my
like,
thing is that it's
Devon's
like
not.
whatever it is, you know. Wow, I'm not gonna judge the boyfriend. I just feel like the boyfriend should just, you know, just shouldn't even get that. And
Well,
with
Devon needs to stop trying to judge the rest of us.
Okay.
If you're gonna judge the rest of us, we're gonna judge you. Like, bitch, you're talking about. Look, Wiley, nobody has ever seen me do all of these damn drugs they say I do. These bitches don't know nothing about me. I was never around them. That's why I didn't appreciate what Charlie said tonight. Bitch, you don't know me, and I hadn't even met your friend yet. I didn't reach out to anybody. Bitch, production reached out to them. I didn't go shoot that damn scene with him. Okay? I don't even know if y'all gonna see the scene that he still did. So it's like, I wasn't even around you bitches for y'all to be saying these things about me.
Would you be in the show? Are you and Ford? Would you all are y'all gonna be in the reunion? So that y'all are done?
Oh no, honey. Oh no, baby. It's child. Let me see.
Because it's
without saying too damn much, there's a big ass fight that I'm involved in with two cast members that's about to come up.
Because I saw
me and Four have a bunch of scenes. Like this is the thing. I quit the show because they were really trying to set me up for bullshit all the time. Like the event that Devon was just talking about, they asked me to come, but I didn't go because I'm like, I'm tired of going to group scenes and getting set up. They set me up at Stop the Violence. I felt like Hibachi was somewhat of a setup too. I'm like tired of coming to scenes getting set up. Y'all will not come shoot my individual scenes and shit. They were trying to like phase me out the fucking show, and I peeped it. That's why y'all don't see a lot of me, because I'm not gonna keep coming to these events and y'all keep setting me up. You get what I'm saying? Plus, he isolated me and Ford to where we were the only two bitches who filmed with each other. That's why all the scenes that me and Ford do are with each other, except the MTV event. I'm at Charlie's house party. I showed up to that before a big ass fight broke out between Ford and some other bitches. And that clip. And then I didn't go on a cast trip. I wasn't invited, really. And I declined it anyway. I was like, I don't know these bitches. I haven't filmed with them. I don't know them. They don't know me. So it's like, y'all don't know me to be saying this shit. Devon didn't know me. But it's like, bitch, your boyfriend's embarrassing you all over the city. That's a fact. You don't know what drugs I do or have done, bitch. You've not been around me. You went off some shit that Sky Valentine told you.
Wow, Sky Valentine's. Got many memories with Sky.
Not to throw Sky in anything, but child, like it was every
Sky.
damn scene was a setup.
Okay. All right. Okay. Love that, brother. I want to ask you though, will you be at the reunion, or would you, yes or no? Would you be? Were you invited?
Okay, so there hasn't really been any talk about the reunion yet. Like, child, bitches barely even knew when the fucking episodes was coming out. That's why the whole's been so damn silent and shit. I left the show. I didn't do my confessional, so that's why I'm getting drugged in every damn scene without even being in the machine. All the damn drug speculation. Like I said, when you don't play the game over at the GStatus camp, you get drugged. You saw how he drugged the fuck out of Brandon Carson, throwing up his OnlyFans because Brandon quit the show. How he did True Fine last year because True quit the show. How he did Milan last year because Milan quit the show. Any bitch who quits the show and doesn't play the game, you get drugged. Like, seriously, Zion quit the show. Like, all these bitches quit the show, and we all have been getting drugged. Only thing is, y'all keep seeing me and keep seeing Delicious because we were in every damn scene with the other damn cast. Me and every scene 4 in, you're going to see me. So that's why y'all continue to see me, but I didn't do my green screens.
Why do y'all sign up for a show and quit? Because when you sign a release form, they have the power to just do whatever. Why don't you just see it through? I don't get that, because if I'm already there, you might as well just see it through. Because whatever narrative, I'd rather just be there, do interviews, show it to the reunion, and just let it be known in that reunion. But I won't quit.
This is the thing, Wiley. We sign up for these shows to, like season 1, I knew I was coming in as the villain. I didn't mind. I love the villain. But if you notice, I never really said anything I didn't take it to the extreme that these season 2 bitches did, because none of us knew each other. Now these season 2 girls came, the new bitches, and it was like they making up storylines, they starting shit with bitches. My whole thing, I was like, okay, I'm coming back on this platform. My goal was to show y'all, okay, yes, I can be messy, but also, bitch, I'm funny. This and that. I was gonna show more of my life. My storyline was supposed to be me starting a t-shirt line. This and that. I had my own scene set up. I brought 4 on to be the new villain. I was like, okay, bitch, I have a funny friend. He don't mind being messy, bitch. Y'all got 4. This is me redeeming myself. Like, I wasn't coming back to fight bitches. I didn't want to do no group scenes. Literally, like, I was like, I'm trying to use this platform for what I signed up for. Anybody would love to be on this shit. So, your season 1, you'll take what you can get. Most people going to talk about the bitch that they love the most, which is Sherrod. And then they're going to talk about the bitch they hate the most, which is Dre Simmer and Corday. That's season 1. Season 2, I was trying to change that a little bit. Ja didn't want to give bitches that opportunity at all. Like, he told me in 4, I want y'all to be the most hated. And me, I'm like, hold on, I'm not trying to be I'm already most hated. I need to, if I'm going to be the villain, let me be more of like a New York. The bitch is messy, but she's funny. Nene, she messy, but she's funny. He was not giving me that damn opportunity. I'm like, I don't want to fight bitches. I've never put my hands on nobody on that damn show until they came for me, throwing shit and this and that. That's not my thing. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I didn't want to come back fighting bitches and be like, every scene that I'm in was drama that I didn't even start. It's just bitches like, oh my God, bitch, Drake Simba here. He's going to take over the scene. I'm going to have to start with him first.
See,
I was like, I'm done. I'm done doing this shit. Production didn't want to work with me and cooperate with me. They're not inviting me to scenes and shit. They're not inviting for the scenes and shit, but they always bring us for the drama and shit. And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not going to do this. Like, no.
See,
so
with me,
I had turned down professionals and quit the show. I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I didn't sign up to be a messy ass gay.
But why just, if you have already started out being messy and it is what it is, entertainment, just continue to do it again. And I would say this though, what gets me is I tell people, my friends, whoever in the business, I said, don't sign up for a show if you know you're not willing to commit to it. Because if you sign up for it, they still got the footage. They're going to still put it out there. So you might as well just see it through.
Oh, yeah. They're going to take that footage because we don't sign like our contract is just us agreeing to film. Now, season 2, we had real contracts and shit saying that we would be paid, didn't specify an amount like Brandon Carson said. That's why Brandon Carson left. He's like, I'm not about to go through all this shit and you're not paying me. None of these bitches knowing if they're going to get paid or not. It's not about the money for me. I'm like, none of these web series pay you. Chasing Atlanta, none of them. It's about the exposure and the opportunity. So, Wiley, I don't mind playing the villain and shit, but y'all have to work with me and let me show my scenes and my business and this and that too, like y'all do for Charlie and this and that. No, it's favoritism over there.
But my
so
thing,
like,
but again, see, this is what I have to tell you all. You have to play chess. If they're not playing game with that, take your stuff outside of it, wise tape it, make as much noise on social media, much noise on these other web series interviews. Make as much noise.
That's why I'm one of the most. That's why I have one of the biggest names from these web series. Like, bitch, everybody knows Drake Sandberg.
Right, but I won't quit. Even with Brandon Carson,
every damn web series out. Like, literally, I've been asking on so many web series. I got a surprise for y'all. Like I said,
right, but I want to say this though. Let me say this: Brandon Carson have one of the greatest stories, untold stories. He's sitting on a gold mine. I would not have quit if I was Brandon Carson. Because Brandon Carson is the thing.
Brandon is a real business person. Brandon has a name. Like, this is the thing. Ja has had an all-star cast this season. Devon has a big name. He has a big following. All the rest of us for season 1 had made big names for ourselves. You had Roman. He has a big name. Hey Mikey has a big name. He had an all-star cast. Where he fucked up was that favoritism shit. That's where he fucked up. And it ruined the season. Like, he didn't even, me and Devon, I tried to set up plenty scenes with Devon after Hibachi. Devon tried to set up plenty scenes with me, but Ja wanted to play favorites and have us all separated and scattered out and this and that. Delicious was one of his favorites. Charlie, one of his favorites. Argyle, one of his favorites. Redrick, one of his favorites. Devon, one of his favorites. Devon, the only bitch who has the drone. He's the only bitch who has the drone in his team. He likes bitches with big names. but he does that favoritism shit. So Brandon has to go. Like, even though Brandon's a businessman, he gets paid from the web series that he do. He's not going to come to no unpaid shit and be used.
But when did you know that you were okay? I'm just explaining it to me. When you sign up for it, why didn't you ask the question about payment then when you first signed up
is a
for
hater,
the show? Don't worry about the comment. Don't worry about the comment. Don't worry about the comment. Answer the question. When you first start up to the show, why didn't you ask them for the money up front? Like when you're in negotiation, when they offer you for it, where was the conversation about the money? Because when I talked to production about it, they said that their agreement is if a cast member agree to do the show, that you get your money once the season is over, then each cast member will get paid. That is what production exclusively told me, because when Brandon Carson left, and they said the reason, he said, we give the money after the season is end. That is the agreement. That's what the cast agreed. So was that the agreement that you heard? Was that the agreement?
Wiley, the damn contract didn't even have no amount on them.
But was that agreement, the verbiage in the contract, that you will get paid?
Josh started telling them that they'll get paid after the reunion. We're going to see or not. But when we signed our contract and shit, we know that these web series be unpaid. These is independent. This is pretty much a nigga with a camera, honestly, because the entire production team is gone. I'm not on here to dog them, Wiley. Like, I'm way past it. But it's like, I know a lot of shit about this show. The scene with Lando and Delicious at the park, I was there. I was supposed to shoot the scene with Sherrod. But Sherrod didn't. Sherrod had ended up going to the hospital. I was at the park with Lando and Delicious, but I didn't have nobody shoot a scene. I didn't know Lando like that. I didn't know Delicious like that. There was no reason for me to be there. I left. He invited me to come to our guy's birthday party. And I'm like, I don't know our guy like that. And I'm not going away to fucking Duluth to a birthday party. I was supposed to do a scene with Hakeem that night. This all was in the same day. All this was in the same day. I was supposed to do a scene with Hakeem at Mix, the nightclub that night.
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem never showed up because he got hit with the fucking tape. And so I get there, and Ja didn't even have the scene set up for me. He was like, we're just going to go in and start filming you inside the fucking club. I'm like, no, why can't my scenes be set up like Charlie's? Why did he have me come here and Hakeem not here? He's not even fucking answering the phone. And like all of this shit was just disorganized. And I'm like, bitch, and you think I'm expecting you to pay me when you don't even contact me about any of that thing? We have to pay to go on the cast trip. We pay for the cast trip. Wiley, this is girl. Wow.
But this is the thing that I want to explain to people in this business. And I'm looking at it all the way. This is amazing exposure, right? But you have to learn how to turn that lemon into lemonade. And what I would tell people, if you're on the show, get you a YouTube channel, get you a show, get you a music, and say, hey, can you put my song on there and stream it so I can get some streams so people can come and buy it?
Though, like I said, the name that I made from this shit, oh, honey, look, Wiley, baby, I have a surprise for the girls. They mad now, baby.
But Dre Simba, but when I see you on your Instagram,
just go out of nowhere, honey.
When I see you on your IG, you go to the club a lot and you club. But why don't you start a podcast? Why don't you start just one of the cast members of Real Hot Boys of Houston? One of the cast members, Ash, he's starting a podcast. So why don't you and Ford start a podcast or a YouTube channel?
Well, actually, Ford is starting a YouTube, but this is the thing. I'm on a whole nother show. I'm just going to cut out the bag. I'm on a whole other show. I'm not going to say the name.
I know just the show, right?
Filming, okay. And I'm about to, I'm still doing my clothing line and stuff. Everything I was supposed to do with GStatus, I just went ahead and put it off the table because I was like, I'm going to take this storyline to another show. So trust me, I got shit going on.
But you and Ford, y'all need to start a show. A YouTube show, y'all can take over the market. Y'all can be the new version of the Scorpion Show, but an updated youthful version.
Tell me this, Wiley, because this is the thing. I don't give a fuck what these bitches saying in the comments and shit. Right. Look, me and Ford are the stars of this shit. I was star for season 1. Ford's the new star for season 2. They was in the comments like, where's Ford? These bitches don't bring it, Wiley, and they get mad when we say that. But this is the thing. If there's not favoritism at GStatus, why are me and Ford not main cast members? Because, honey, we all stand around in the chair.
Well, because with me, this is what gets me with the whole main cast and B cast. It's whatever the audience really going to decide who's on the main cast, who get the publicity, whatever it is, right? Just like tonight, Lando just really just had a moment when he threw the cake. So now everybody talking about Lando, and that's just what I'm saying. Like you,
but Lando was supposed to be a main cast member.
It doesn't matter about it. When the camera's on, the audience ain't gonna know main cast, B cast. Listen, it's about whoever is entertaining us, whoever is making it hot. That is who our fave is. That you know why I rally behind Delicious, because that woman, she gave it, she delivered every scene that she was in. She gave it every time it did. That's why I said she have to stay on the show.
TV.
Right. So what I'm saying for you and for my suggestion is to do a show, do a podcast, do an unfiltered YouTube show, and take over the market. I will not allow somebody else to have a narrative and I'm just sitting on the sidelines just complaining about it. I will literally monetize off of people talking about me being a villain. And you tell your story on your platform and monetize.
This the thing, Wiley. This the thing. This show was so delayed that a lot of the cast put a lot of their projects off, including me, including Ford. None of us knew when the show was coming out.
Well, I didn't do it.
This whole year, the show was my last year. Huh?
Ike had his song out. Well, last year it was on iTunes. It trended. It charted on iTunes. Did very well. And I didn't even know he was going to be on GStatus. And he had a project out. People was promoting him.
I had already been doing music.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I would not postpone my projects for that. I will already have things in motion. You just can't stop. Maybe because I do a lot of work online, I'm not going to stop. Put that stuff out, and then even if you drop a single, then by the time the show come out, then people will start streaming it and start going back on it. But don't just wait and just think that this show is just a magic show just going to take all of your problems. Some stuff you have to take the blame and for it to take control of your brand, because ain't nobody like J Simba but J Simba. So you have to go out there and let these girls know, have your own show, have your own product, and put yourself out there and not allow just one show to have an narrative. Because just like, say for instance, you had your own YouTube channel, you went forward. Anytime they drag you, guess what you should be doing? On your YouTube channel, you went forward, and this is what we got to say. Monetize off of that. This is like when people, if they drag me, even if I'm not on the show, because even when I'm being mentioned, guess what? I got my own show, baby, and I'm going to make it, or whatever you're going to say, okay, I'm going to make sure if you build up your Walmart, I'm damn sure going to build me up a Kroger, and I'm going to have my narrative out too, period. If I was Devon boyfriend, I just wasn't gonna sit on the sidelines. If you want to speak up, get your YouTube channel, get you a statement, you clap back. Because don't have some narrative out there and you just sitting on the sidelines. Make sure you're controlling the narrative. Because anything that come out of me, I know how to put out there to get on somebody's show and get an interview popping, and making sure that I got t-shirts, this and that. You have to make sure that you have your own stuff in order and not just depend upon the show. Because when the show happens, then everything else will work out. Then the audience will come to whatever you have. They will come to Dre Simmer. They will come to Ford. And it is what it is. And I think the reason why Delicious is getting the support is because she got a blue check verification. She's big and she have a big personality. She you know, and people started like, now keep Delicious there. And people like me, I'm going to use my platform. Keep her on there and keep her on there, because again, you have to use your tools and use it to the best of your ability. Now, the thing about the show, I do agree with the delays. I agree with that. But again, you just can't wait for them. If they delay and make sure your product is still going on. Then whenever it happens, it just go flow. But never stop what you're doing trying to wait for the show. No.
But see, Wiley, you know, that's real easy to say from the outside looking in, because I get exactly what you're saying. And like, none of us is really just riding on this show. Because, I mean, we was already on. Like, I was on Cousin Season right after GStatus. I got asked to come up the land. I got asked to be on Papa Productions. I even got off my own damn show. Like, I have got a lot of shit that's going on in motion and stuff, but like, let's be honest, these YouTube platforms, like, a lot of bitches can't get on this shit. And it's like, when you're being promised a lot of stuff by this production and stuff, and they tell you wait, they even tell bitches to wait to put their projects out because this and that, literally bitches is getting led on. So I just was like, I'm just gonna step back. Then COVID came and it set a lot of things back, because I was then supposed to have been on the show that was filmed and all of that. I'm about to come and film another show, and it's gonna rock the motherfucking internet. And we're going to have some more shit going. Like, these platforms, you really want to use the most out of them. Right. And only a few bitches. You know, one of the bitches who really made the most out of these platforms is Gardini, J-Line, like them Chase Atlanta girls. They really get to make the most out of this shit, like, out on the show and outside of it. Because that's how their names really got out there like that, for real, for real.
Well, yeah.
So these platforms really, it's like, Yeah, them Chase Atlanta bitches, Wiley, they get down. Like I
Yeah,
love Chase
but
Atlanta.
again,
There's no
but
favoritism.
you I'm glad you said that though, because they're working outside the show. They're not just dependent upon the show.
Mm-hmm.
They work outside. All of them names that you're naming, all of them, Jalen, you're naming, was that Cameron? They all work outside of the show. They just don't depend on Chase Atlanta. They all out there working. All of them be out. Oliver out there working, editing, work with Maddie, eating protein boxes. So they're all working. So when I'm telling y'all got to put that work in. I'm telling you, if you don't do this, something wrong. You and Ford need your own YouTube channel and all your own podcasts and serving merchandise. You can take over the market.
Yeah, me and Ford got some shit coming up. Yeah,
y'all should do it now. Y'all should do it now while this show is hot. Don't wait till it ends. Insert yourself into the conversation. Make as much noise as possible so they make as much noise.
Wiley, this is the thing though, like for me, Ford, he's pretty much the biggest damn person on this show right now. Like he's one of the top 4 biggest people on the show right now. Bitches can hate him all they want. The bitches, he's entertaining as fuck, and he know it. So he's about to take advantage of this shit. He already got a lot of shit he got going on already. I'm about to be on an even bigger fucking platform. I'm just gonna say that. So my shit's coming on the worst. I really have nothing to do with GStatus. Because GStatus didn't benefit me. I really don't give a fuck about y'all seeing me on there fighting bitches, this and that. I didn't even tell my family I came and did this shit again. Like, I really don't care about no clout from GStatus. So I'm still mentioning the scene on there, but I'm not trying to use anything from that because where I'm finna go and what I'm about to do, honey, when I say it's about to be up in the air, it's about to be up. So I'm like, I don't really give a fuck about GStatus. Like, child, like the show is already kind of like damper because of how long they're taking with it, this and that. No, I really don't give a fuck. So
I
them,
don't necessarily believe that the show have been dampered. For me, as in the business, I feel the heat of the show, right? Even when it dropped today, I feel like it is still, now since Sherrod put that out there, it is still heat. Now, what Sherrod and other cast members should be doing, be out there working, putting out your stuff, put out your products. I will not sit on the sideline, all this heat going on, and I'm just sitting silently. I'll make as much noise as possible because you don't hardly get these chances, and why it's hot, get it while it's hot. Period.
But a lot of them are. Roman just put out some music. Sherrod, he just came from California shooting another show. Like Sherrod's very good with the music.
Yeah,
Charlie put out his stuff. So like they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's benefiting them, but it's not benefiting me because I'm not really on there doing shit. I didn't do confessional. So I was like, whatever. It's keeping my name out there, of course. That's why I can still do interviews and shit and be at 2K views and shit in one day. Like I'm still that bitch. Right. But it's like it's just keeping my name out there. It's not nothing I'm focused on. The project that I'm about to do is what I'm focused on, and the other shit I got coming after that. So this pretty much just keeping my name out there. Like all of us really just want our names kept out there. So that it works for that, but I'm really not trying to utilize anything GStatus related. So it's for them though, they should definitely be taking advantage of it. A lot of them are. And I'm really happy for a lot of them. I ain't got no like hard feelings and shit. It's just I really wish they would stop with that whole drug allegation shit. Because Wiley, do you know how many of them hoes on there get high?
Right, but my thing is this: you need to come out there and do a show and come out there and have that narrative out there because it's not good what they say. But that's the culture. They say a lot of stuff. It is what it is. If you know it's not true, it's not true. Mm-hmm. But because people are gonna say whatever, they say a lot of things about me and some stuff you just can when you're popping, they just gonna say things about you. You just can't control it. But is it gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing?
A lot of defamation of character.
But then if it is that way, get your lawyer, get into it. If it's lies, sue.
Mm-hmm. Like, why that shit really not cool? Like,
it's not. Only to stop that, really, you would have to literally sue. You would have to sue to stop it.
I'm not gonna lie, Wiley. I haven't said too much about my experience on there. Like, I'll be in the comments saying this and that, and the motherfuckers always gonna think anything I say is shady. But really, like, being on GStatus was so fucking toxic. Like all those fights, like it even wasn't fun for me no more. Like that's why I had to step away. I was like, this is just not what I came back for. Every episode we fight and bitches on here, oh, tranny this, tranny that, nigga, blinch, blah, blah, blah. It's just so toxic. And the toxic moments outweigh the positive. And I was just like, I just can't do this shit no more. I was like, I'm 27. Like, I already have a name and shit. I thought this was going to be a better experience. Like, all of us are pretty much fucking over it. Sherrod is over it. A lot of them are over it. They just don't say nothing about it because they're still on the show, whereas I can say what the fuck I want to say. we are fucking over it, Wiley. Like, it's just so much. Like, even the mid-season trailer, do you know how much shit is about to pop off? Even this whole, oh, I fucked your boyfriend. Like, it's like, bitch, why? Like, what? Like, this shit coming out of nowhere. The whole shit was delicious. Like, it was just really toxic. And I'm like, why can't we be like Chasing Atlanta? Where at least, like, they'll have one fight a season, maybe one big argument. But really, they get to showcase their shit. GStatus is like a fucking soap opera. I'm like, I'm so tired of this.
But can I say this though?
Away.
You cannot be. What I don't want is to be a Chasing Line. What I like about the originality with GStatus ATL is it got that original style. It got its own flavor. The production is dope.
Looks good.
The drama
just looks good.
The drama is there.
The quality just looks good.
The drama is there, and it is there, and it's different, and I love it. And it's the top of its conversation. You got to understand. You can't really.
I know your motherfucking ass like the drama, honey.
I love the drama. I'm here for it. I here for it. And then you got other stuff. So too, these other shows, they're more established because they've been doing it longer. We're talking about GStatus season 2. We're not talking about GStatus season 4 or 5. So it's still a beginner show.
They get to it, damn.
But they are still, as them being in season 2, they already got as much drama like this and stuff like. I'm here for it. But I will tell people about it. Just keep promoting and enjoy this moment. Sell some t-shirts, sell some merchandise, get you a platform. That's what I would do. You know, but
I gotta get this coin, like,
yeah,
and you know what? That's why I really like Redrick. Yeah. I really like Redrick. I really like our guy. I like Ike. Like, I really like them because them bitches is hustlers. Like, Ike had so many events that production barred me and Ford from coming to. Literally, like, dead ass. They had so many events and group shit that they would do, and they would like leave a lot of us out of it. Even Sherrod was getting blocked out of shit, and it's like. You know, I really wanted it to be more of like, I was like, if I'm doing group things and we being positive, I'm like, I'm here for that. Like, season 1 was okay. We didn't have a lot of drama like that till my messy ass came on, but it was kind of cool. Season 2, it was like, we can't be a group. And anytime bitches tried to be a group, it just like fell apart so damn fast because people is like want to just jump around and do weird shit for the cameras. So I'm like, I just wish it could be like more positivity with it because the drama gonna be there, because especially when an ensemble cast. But I literally had no interest in coming season 2 and being caught up in a lot of drama, literally.
But you already know that. You know the drama gonna come. The drama. It's
gonna come in my bag. I knew it's gonna be some new girls coming in my
drama, though, I love you because you are a firecracker, though. I mess with you for real. You are an amazing talent, and I'm sorry that.
Wiley, you know I'm a cool hoe.
You're very cool nigga. You're very chill.
Cool.
You are
even
so
a hibachi.
Yeah, you are. You're very
even a hibachi. I was sitting there. I didn't even say shit to hibachi. Really, I was.
But also too, can I say this though? With this situation. I'm gonna ask you this. What have you learned from this, and what are you gonna do for the future, right? What have you learned from this GStatus experience?
Oh, well, I mean, I already had a plan coming into this shit. Like, even when I was doing production assistant work, which I started with Chasing Atlanta.
Okay.
And that's how I got into this shit. So I did production work with them, and then I got asked to be on GStatus. I always had a plan. That's why I was like, I'll come in and be the villain, shake it up, get talked about. That's what happened. Season 2, I was like, okay, come back. We're going to get my business going, my t-shirts, blah, 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 this and that. What I learned is you have to have a team that's going to be behind you and listen to you.
Okay.
You understand? Like, you got to have the right team. GStatus is just not the right team for a lot of us. That's why a lot of these bitches already said they're not coming back. I'm not gonna say who, but y'all will see. That's why half of them didn't come back last season. Like, bitches was leaving because they're like, this is not what we thought it was gonna be. And it starts from behind the scenes. I'm like, I have to have a team who listens to me, Wiley, who will see my vision, and the people I'm finna go work with, they see that. They like, we saw you on GStatus, but we know that's not just you. Because I'm a smart bitch. I went to college. This and that. I'm like, don't let the character fool you. Like, a lot of us play a fucking character on there, and I did my job well, but I'm not no dumb hoe, and I don't go around fighting every damn body. But when you got bitches throwing shit at you and this and that, I'm like, come on. But it's up to production about what they will air and what they will let bitches do and how they talk to bitches and what they set up. We don't have that with GStatus. They can say that all fucking day. I've been around these bitches 2-3 years now. I done did 2 seasons. I know more than what a lot of bitches know. I know this. I know shit about every damn body, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and who finna get asked to come back and who ain't finna get asked to come back. I know a lot of shit, Wiley. But I'm like, I'm not here to dog them. The shit I'm saying now, it ain't to dog them. I'm just telling my experience. And I just want to let people know you have to watch what opportunities you take. This is a good opportunity to get my name out there, this and that. But you really have, I wouldn't have came back season 2 had I foreseen this shit.
So,
nothing yet.
I want to ask you this. So you quit the show. You was not fired from the show.
Wiley, you can't get fired from some shit you ain't got paid from. Then Brandon Carson already said,
okay,
nobody gets fired. We quit.
Okay.
I quit. Zion quit. Hey, Mikey quit. Brandon Carson quit. Only bitch who was cut from this show, season one, Adrian got cut when I came in. They cut Adrian because he had a falling with producers and they didn't want to film him no more. He got cut, and Delicious got cut. All the rest of us, if you don't see us or we leave, it's because we left. Then nobody tell them, like, no. Bitch, I'm pretty sure they're gonna actually come to the reunion. I'm not fired from
90 seconds.
I eliminated myself. Hey, no bitch fired me from some shit that I ain't get paid from. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no fire shit, like none of that. I was like, bitches was just playing with hoes, like, and I'm not bitter about shit. That's why I was like, I'm just not gonna do green screens. I know y'all gonna edit me to look crazy and shit. But I'm like, whatever, that's cool. I know how the game go. I know how this production is. Y'all are messy as fuck. The people behind the camera are messier than people in front. So I ain't get fired from shit. I left.
60 seconds.
Like, Wiley, I said, no, I'm good. Because they only offered the main cast, me, Fort, and Brandon confessionals. They didn't offer nobody else confessionals. Lando, none of them. And what's fucked up is we all went and did the spin around in the chair. I was there when Lando did his, Hey Mikey, Brandon Carson, Delicious. Like, we was all there the same day. We spent all of us spin in the chair. Ja just decided who he did and didn't want to be main cast. But my contract said main cast. Forrest said main cast. And I feel like Lando should have been the main cast member. Hey, Mikey, he had an all-star cast. Lando has a big name. We all have big names, except, like a few people who just came in who we didn't know. But you had an all-star cast, and you chose the wrong people, which is cool. But
10 seconds.
Comments. Bitches see where they fucked up. Four should have definitely been main cast. I definitely should have. I'm like, cool. I see what's going on. I'm gonna step back because this is not what I thought it was gonna be. So, child, that's really what the tease is. Like, that's what it is.
But
like,
you know what?
I'm not mad about it no more.
But you're not and you're not bitter. You're just giving your experience of what you feel from it, and you're gonna work on future projects.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of my experience.
Right.
I'm not bitter at all. I'm Brandon shit. Wiley, I'm not bitter at all because I have other opportunities.
Okay.
But it's just like I know what's really going on, so that's why I be in the comments. I'm like, no, y'all don't know what's going on. I know more about this shit than anybody in these comments. Why? Because I'm part of it. I know the ins and outs. Like, I see the cast all the time. I just saw Redrick the other day. I just saw, I see these bitches all the time. Like, why I be out here? This city is very small. This scene is very small. I don't have shit to lie about. So I'm like, no, I didn't get fired from nothing. I left. And you can't believe what they say in these confessionals because Ja has them say this shit. Hakeem did not fight Delicious because she said nigga. He fought her because he was high. And he was grabbing her fucking heels.
Wow.
But right now, everybody against Delicious because she said nigga. So guess what? Okay, in confessional, we're going to make it seem like he fought her because she said nigga. Wiley, all this shit was filmed a year ago. And a few of these scenes was filmed just last month. And I think they still filming some filler scenes and shit because Roman was just in the studio not too long ago. This shit is from a year ago. This party was a year ago. I was supposed to be at the damn party. I was there at the park with Lando and Delicious. I was supposed to shoot a scene with Hakeem after he got hit with the damn cage. He never came. This was all a year ago. This was June of last year.
Wow. Well, we could figure it out.
Literally. I'm like, y'all, no, this shit is not in order. Like, why are we?
But again, I can get it. I understand it. This is not uncommon. You may tape a show a year or two ago and it might air today. That's how the business works. That's not uncommon. The thing that's very common because you can tape, and when they would feel like putting it out, they can put it out then. So It's just as long as the product out, because the audience don't really know that when was it taped and all of that. It's whatever they see. You have a lot of people that watching this product don't care when was it taped. They just want the mess. They want to laugh. They're here for entertainment.
Yeah, they want the mess.
They
really
want
hate
the
it for the
mess.
viewers because y'all just this probably don't get mad at like people like you and the reviewers. I don't get mad at y'all because y'all see what we give you and then y'all only see what y'all see. You know what I'm saying? So like you're gonna go off of that. I don't get mad about that. Some of the other cats get mad and shit, but they know how the game goes.
Because
and
you
I'm
should.
like,
That's the business, because I don't even want to know like behind the scenes. I can't tell the audience, they don't give a darn about behind the scenes. They don't know who if you point out the executive producer of GStatus, the average viewer is not gonna know who that is if they're not on camera, right? Let's just be real. So they know who they see on camera. Because they was like reaching out of my phone when the episode come out. I'm not the producer, but reason why they were calling me, why? Because I talk about the show every week it come out. So people will, so it is, people address what they see. Now what they don't see behind it, they don't know all that, they ain't gonna get it. They look at what's on the camera. And so I think this moment is a teachable moment for anybody that want to sign up. Think hard before you sign up for these shows and get advice from other folks before you sign up. Don't just go sign it up for something because you want to sign. Understand, think about it, think on it, understand what are you signing up for, because you're signing up for an international show because it's on YouTube. YouTube is international. It's on an international platform where people all over the world are going to be tuned into this product. So know what you're understanding in. When that camera is on, it's on. And they can chop and do this, whatever it is. So that's what you got to be careful what you sign up for, especially when you sign up with a scene that got cameras involved.
Definitely. So it's like a lot of my castmates came onto this really thinking, hey, I'm going to be able to show my work, this and that. And then you got to also remember what the production team like tells you and what they say they're going to do for you. But then they start to see this shit not going how I saw. And a lot of them is not built for this. Like, I'm built for this shit. I can take anything a bitch say. Don't shit defend me. Like, come on. How reckless my mouth is. I don't give a fuck who hate me. I don't give a fuck who don't hate me. That's why I was like, okay, I know the perfect person for this shit. My friend Ford. Ford don't give a fuck what a bitch in the comments or online, whatever. He don't give a fuck what they got to say. Bitch don't give a fuck. Neither one of us do. We good entertainment. We know it. Bitches have always said this before I got involved in this. That's why hoes hate me, because I'm the best at this shit. Ford is the best at this. And you ain't even got to be messy. Our guy is perfect for this. The Delicious would have been really good for this. Redrick is perfect for this. Like, I think that they are.
And when you say Delicious will really be good with this, listen, as long as Delicious on camera, she get in the clout. Because she was in this episode.
As long as you on camera on this shit, you get in cloud wire. That's why I'm like, as long as we seen on this shit, it's gonna keep our names out there.
Right. So like even Delicious, you can't really cut her out of any scene because she there talking to Shirai, and Shirai giving out the tea. So it all works in favor. And so my thing is this: I am entertained. Again, I'm entertained by the show. I entertained by it because it's great entertainment. I haven't fallen asleep. And the show was like, how long was this episode? This episode of GStatus ATL.
This episode was about 2 hours. And you know what? I ain't gonna stunt. Like, it's pretty entertaining. Jai, how he edits shit is really funny. Like, this
episode was an hour. It was an hour and 18 minutes. It felt like
the show was about an hour, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. An hour and 18 minutes, 36. I've never really got into an hour web series, and I was entertained from beginning, middle, and end because I was watching it live. I was in the chat. Right now, they got 3,500 views already in counting, over 379 comments.
But you want to know what, Wiley? The only motherfucker that was really entertaining you was the King. Hakeem carried this episode. That's why I said, like, the casting was kind of off because it's like, Job. Only bitches who really be carrying these episodes is Hakeem, Devon, Shirai, because he be having big storylines, and who else is really good, really funny? Shit.
I'm reading.
I mean, look, shit. That's kind of it. Hakeem carried this whole fucking episode. Out of a cast of, it was 20 of us. out of the cast of 20 people, Hakeem carried the damn episode, and then it didn't get interesting again till Shirai popped up, and it was the storyline that was juicy. Wiley, it was 20. It started with 20 of us. Why are only about 6 of us entertaining? Because there's some funny moments and shit, but it's like, damn, only about 5 of y'all carried the episode.
It be like that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It be like that. But I'm like, cut it down to about 5 bitches.
Whoever can bring it, and two, whoever can bring it. And I think it filtered out now because now we know who the top was. You look
like
at
even with Chase and Dallas, the girls used to be like, it's too much Reese. It's too much Reese. It's too much Reese.
But in this show, it's a right in this or of GStatus ATL Hustle. It is a balance. You got Tramel. They dragging Tramel. They're talking about Shirai. They're talking about Devon. They talking about Tramel. They talking about Ike. They talking about Roman. So as you either looking in these comments, they talking about Delicious. So it's like they're going back and forth in the comments, and that helps with the engagement. So again, what the producer did, I have to stand with him because it's working, because the engagements are there. The conversation is there. And I've never hardly seen a show, unless you're talking about another show, but GStatus, they really know how to drive the conversation into interviews, into reviews, into the controversy with Delicious. They had a lot of great stuff in this, and we still got 4 episodes left, so you got a lot more of the season left.
This is the thing y'all don't realize. There was so much footage. Wiley, we filmed for like a year and a half. There's so much footage, and a lot of shit's been cut out because Delicious solo scenes have been cut out. But y'all knows, like, I can't cut. This is why he can't cut Delicious out the show, because Delicious was part of almost every damn scene. And if he cut scenes with Delicious and scenes with me and shit and this and that, it's not gonna be as entertaining because it's like it's gonna be that. That's why even though Lando didn't get offered confessionals and Delicious confessionals been cut, he had to include that scene of them at the park. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, shit, like, that's why it's like, they be like, we don't want to see Delicious no more. He can't cut Delicious out the show because Delicious is too many important things. She on the cast trip, this and that, but she's at a lot of shit. So it's like, okay, I can't cut her, and I can't really cut Dre Simber because Dre Simber and 4 in every damn scene together. So now he cut a scene with me and Ike. I think I did a solo scene with Ike, and I did a solo scene with Shirai. I don't know if this should be included. Okay, shit, that's why we at odds, but my shit was cut too. But it's like that's a lot of footage that's gone. So he really had to work with what he had because this is a pretty short season to film for a whole year.
So, but my thing is this: it's really good. The conversation is there, and it's 4 more episodes, and it's there. And I will tell you this: everybody is going to be interested in that reunion.
Snap. I will say that though, Wiley. These episodes finna snap, baby. Y'all finna see some shit. I was like, oh girl, they finna include a lot of shit. Baby, they finna include a lot of shit that I thought, like, it's some shit that happened that I didn't know was on camera. And when I saw the scene, I'm like, oh my God, girl, they got me and such fighting on there. They got, it's a lot of shit. I ain't gonna say nothing because, like I said, I ain't here to blow shit to bitches. But honey, I saw the scene, so I'm like, oh baby, they finna show some mess, baby. It's gonna go down. So y'all gonna be entertained with these last 4 episodes. Ja did a really good job. I'm gonna always give a bitch they got. Her editing was sitting in the season. It looked good. She did a good job, with some delays and shit. But like I said, nobody's covered by VH1 or Viacom. They do this shit on their own. This out they pocket and shit. So she did a good job. I'm always give a bitch they got. But it was cute season so far and this and that, and we gonna see how this shit play out. But honey, the mess is just not gonna get hot. It's just not gonna get hot, honey. Y'all ain't really seen shit yet. Cause I'm like, girl, child.
And that's why, because of that, he have so many other episodes coming out, and it's going to get really juicy, that the audience are loving it, right? And we're falling in love with it. I'm falling in love. I'm looking forward to it. And also too, we're looking forward to the reunion, because this is really the season of shows, because after this month is over, you got another show that's going to come out. But GStatus really made it known that they had the most entertaining show so far this year was GStatus ATL.
Pretty much, like, I'm gonna give a bitch her guts. Like, this show, like, this season, like, it was traumatic to film this past year. I ain't gonna front. It was a lot on my soul. But seeing the outcome and shit, like, this is one of the biggest shows on YouTube. That's why I'm like, as long as a bitch face scene on this shit, like, it's like, honey, like, nobody really talk about a lot of other shows outside of, like, Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Reality in their shows, and GStatus and shit. And then you got, like, what? Some of Quran shows. A lot of the other shows don't really get talked about. So it's like, bitch, your face is on one of the biggest shows on the internet. A lot of bitches can't do this. A lot of bitches won't get to do it. So it's like, you already getting clout, and it's just like, I don't know, like, you know, she did a good motherfucking job, but this reunion, like, I don't know how this reunion will play out. Like, okay, so Wiley, do you think he should have Delicious at the reunion?
Oh, absolutely. That's the question. Should Delicious be at the reunion? Oh, 100% Delicious should be at that reunion. Why not? Delicious was a big part of the season. Delicious was a part of the conversation. Yes, Delicious should be at the reunion show. Absolutely.
Delicious had the girls talking, honey. She broke the internet. Shiraz broke the internet. Like, girl, it be some good storylines right here on accident. I'm like, baby, y'all, y'all getting real reality TV right now. Like, this shit that shit was real. Like, whoa. I feel like she should be at the reunion too. I don't know, Ja. I don't think he's gonna invite a lot of the B cast, like Zion and Hey Mikey. I don't think he's gonna invite a lot of them.
I would.
I would the invitation.
I would. Everybody that was on there and got chemistry should have the opportunity to come to that reunion show. Period. Especially Delicious. That if you had big moments, I would go. I was asking that go on there. You know what I'm saying? And ask the questions. And just do it, because yes, Delicious should be on there. Absolutely, everybody should be at that reunion. Everybody, whoever's on, why not?
I'm gonna be honest. She's deserved an apology. I feel like production should apologize to Delicious, because that's a whole nother conversation. But all of us on the inside, okay, so y'all saw one thing. Y'all saw what was said, this and that. But then it's a whole backstory. And everybody who's on this show, they went along with. They played the game, and unfortunately, they had to play Delicious out the fucking picture. And it sucks, because we really all know, like, the truth. So she said what she said, but it's the reason why all of that shit was used. I'm gonna say
this. If Delicious ain't on the reunion show, why is Hakeem on there when he have said some remarks towards Delicious? Period.
Hakeem's mouth is fucking despicable. Now, I'm gonna say that right now.
But my thing is this: he have said some problematic things towards the trans community, because she's part of the trans community, which is Delicious, right? And so, if we're gonna counsel somebody for saying something offensive, he have to keep that same energy with Hakeem. And if he's invited to come, I believe that they need to have their own segment on the reunion show. They need to have their own segment.
That needs to be addressed.
Period. That have to be addressed.
They need to reprimand Hakeem. They need to reprimand him like they did Delicious.
And Delicious needs to apologize to Hakeem, and Hakeem needs to apologize to Delicious.
Especially when you guys
to each other. They need to apologize to each other. They both were wrong.
They really do. Like,
period.
You know, like, a lot of disrespectful ass shit was said, and I'm like, bitch, Chasing Atlanta will never let this shit fly. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there has to be some element of taste. VH1, look, Andy Cohen just fired a bitch for telling the hoe to use a turkey base to get pregnant. You think they gonna let a motherfucker get up on VH1 or Bravo and shit? But VH1 might.
I would say this, but hold up though. But this is the thing, that this is really great, because you can monetize off of this and have the conversation. It's deserving of a reunion, because the reunion is for that you talk about what happened during the season, and that's a big piece. So it should be addressed. It should have conversation, and it should be, and a good host will ask them questions. Period.
Who you think should host? Like, Wiley, I feel like you would be a perfect host for one of these fucking reunions, because you gonna get down to the T's and shit. Like, I really feel like you'd be a good host for somebody's fucking reunion. Like, I don't know who
I
they
would
are.
love to host GStatus ATL Hustle because the host need to know the question, the spirit that know how to get down what the show needs, right? It does not need a host of somebody else that you're going to give them a script to read because it's not going to come off authentic. It have to be a host that literally week by week on the ground, building a relationship, talking about the show week by week should host the show. And I think I should because I talk about the show a lot and giving the show a 2-hour review on my show. How many people does that by themselves and reach out and does that and help other shows?
The Justice League and like y'all bloggers and stuff that they have, review the shows and stuff. I feel like y'all make the best hosts and shit. They, a lot of shows, even these web series, are so focused on having like a public figure, somebody with a big name, host for you. And I'm like, no, y'all need to have somebody at least. If not, have y'all host the show, do like some backstage commentary.
I ain't want to do no backstage because we ain't backstage reviewing it. No, we like camera action, and I would love to host it because what it would prove that to really bring the culture forward. Because if you having somebody, it ain't gonna come off authentic. If I host it, everybody will be tuned into it because they're gonna be curious. Why did you book Wiley? He's controversial. Everybody gonna be nosy. People that didn't even watch the season will just watch off of my presence alone. I'm bringing in an audience that have multiple sectors that are interested in what the hell I got to say and why I'm hosting the show. It creates and it will be great for the product. Because if you're see, this is the thing. If somebody, let me say this: if somebody already hosts a show, right, a big name, why are you letting them book and host another show? That you got to be different. GStatus got to be different. What better way to have a cockeyed host that's messy, that's gonna get into the gutter? You never seen him on that. You never seen that, right? You never seen that ever. You never seen a cockeyed host. I've never seen somebody that was cockeyed host a reunion show that was entertained. I never seen it. That will literally be that will be something different. Who is that guy? It would just drive the traffic. So what I'm saying is, because even if I don't host it, I hope I do host. I would love to. People send it. You all have to make a big impact by sending messages and flood the lines, right? But if I don't, I will still review the show because it's a good product. But I'm going to continue campaigning to host the show that somebody that is publicly reviewing the show and spending a lot of time posting on Instagram and all that is because I'm helping the product and I'm going to continue to talk about the show. If I don't, I would love to because I think it would be great.
Y'all have people go watch these shows because like you said earlier, I think it's like, look, it's a lot of shows that we don't even fuck with. It's like, it's a lot of shows. You was like, it's a lot of shows that y'all don't talk about. Y'all are not interested in talking about. Like, y'all help people go and watch these shows and stuff, and y'all keep the name out there.
Because
so I feel like y'all should be paid y'all respect.
Even I can speak for me, and I'm going to speak for the Wiley Show, right? I'm going to toot my own horn, and I'm going to mention Chasing Atlanta. Is because I stayed on that show and I was getting inserted into it. They put me in the promo. They put me in one of the storylines. Well, he was on the Wiley Show is because I covered that show religiously, and I don't care about the numbers. I care about the personality because my personality is there. And what I would say, if they put me on that show, that will take GStatus ATL Hustle to the next level because that's something different. It's about if you're doing this, booking somebody that already on another franchise, then booking them to do it's like the same type thing. You got to be different. What would make GStatus to keep that originality, something different? Let Wiley host. It will be something different because you never seen Wiley host a reunion show, even though I spent years covering a reunion show, but you never seen Wiley host a reunion show. I just think that's a remarkable thing.
I think that'd be cute, but Wiley, this is a lot of bitches to handle. Like, I don't even know how they're gonna do that. Like, all these bitches, like, if they have everybody there, almost everybody, that's a lot of hoes to handle. Wiley,
I can handle them all because
Honey, some of us ain't seen each other in a year either. This is gonna be bananas.
It would be
like,
great.
She try to have everybody there.
I'm here for it. Have it all there. Have the cameras rolling.
And the audience.
I wouldn't even.
And the audience.
My thing is this. I would not. This is the reason why I want to do an audience. Is because you don't need an audience. Don't even have an audience, because most of the time the audience insert themselves and do it and just destroy the whole thing. Let it be the host, which should be Wiley, and the cast. No audience. You don't need an audience. The audience is for those when it air, because when you had you put in a big risk. No, you don't need an audience, because they're gonna bring their friends and this, and they gonna like what you say and da. No, have the cast and the host.
I'm gonna tell you who don't need no. I'm gonna tell you who don't need no damn audience. Chasing Atlanta. I don't think they got the reunion.
No, because yes, they hijack always. You don't need an audience. Stop doing with the audience stuff. You don't need it. The audience is been the reunion is actually taped. No audience. The audience is when they come out and it's more authentic, and then people say, "What did they say? What did da?" They'll be curious. You don't need an audience, because half the time they was bringing artists, they was recording it, putting stuff out before it came out. I'm like, dude, what are y'all doing? Don't bring no audience.
I feel like it should be no audience, because especially with this season of GStatus, like, I don't know if you remember that season of Love and Hip Hop where the cast just had so much drama and so much issues. They had to like do the reunion where they was at like a big ass house and they had to come in like different times. Like, I feel like they should have no audience, because a lot of bitches are caught up in these storylines who are going to be coming in the audience and shit, and who are more than likely gonna start a fucking riot.
Right.
Like, just think if Devon bring his people, Shirai bring his people, I bring my people. Honey, it's not gonna be good, because the audience only gonna get involved.
No, you shouldn't have an audience. You don't need an audience. There's no need. The product is just that great for the cast.
I don't think this season needs an audience.
You don't need an audience.
This season does not need an audience.
You don't need an audience.
No audience.
What it is,
it's too much drama with the cast alone.
Absolutely. But I'm here for it. But I think it would be great for it, and whoever hosts it, make sure they do a damn good job for it. And you really have to be in love with the product, right? And I love GStatus also the show, because this is a show that I'm really into, the characters, the storylines, and I've covered this show more than I cover shows that's on television. That shows that's actually on network. I don't really cover that because I can't interview somebody from these other shows like that. I don't have the assets, but with these web series, you can build a relationship, you can talk to Dre Summers and all that. It's hard to do that with Love and Hip Hop though, right? But with this, I definitely get up on here and I review the show every single week, and I will continue to do so. So yes, I agree with you. There shouldn't be no audience, but I love the product. I think the product is great. GStatus, he did a great job. Shout out to the cameraman, the editors, whoever. Shout out to the production family. Shout out to each cast, because it was a great show. It was, and we still got 4 episodes left, and I'm here for it.
The quality of the show and like how it looks is really what put us on the map above a bunch of other web series. They was like, damn, this shit look good, and the cast not ugly, and it was storylines that you could actually follow and shit. So that really put the show on the map and shit. Like, it looks amazing. Ja does a good job. I don't know what shit that bitch used, but honey, she cuts up, and I think they GStatus has like the best quality of camera work out of any web series that I've seen.
So far,
reality web series.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like they always elevate. Even Chasing Atlanta, they look good. Like, I really like the fact that we've been able to watch their growth over these past 4 years, from when they started with camera phones and shit. And now the quality this year looks amazing. So I think GStatus helped motherfuckers step their pussy up.
Absolutely.
And year by year, that's what you're supposed to do.
GStatus did. And
I know it's going to be even more amazing next year, like, or whenever the fuck they do another season. It's going to be more amazing. GStatus probably going to be on TV.
When you get into these shows, right, it's competition in the market. So you got to put it all in it. And GStatus really did a great job with the drama. They got the quality and the drama, right? And now they still got episodes left and still got a reunion. So everybody is talking about this. So whoever come behind all of this drama better deliver. Because the audience, that, let's be clear, it's the same base that y'all are targeting that watch these shows, right? So they're gonna be looking for. So whatever show comes behind that, baby, they better bring it because GStatus.
Baby, they can't come up in the game. They can't come up in the game with the girls and be shooting shit off their phones and shit. Not at this point, baby. It could slide back to 2017, but bitch is fired.
It's 2020.
Have you seen GStatus? You see how they look? Have you seen how Chasing Atlanta looks? Like, girl, y'all gotta come in. All these new web series, it's like, girl, y'all gotta come with y'all A game. Y'all can't have that because bitch, the first thing I'm gonna say is, girl, this is what I trash. So this is definitely elevating the game. Like these web series and shit, it's the new TV. That's why I got involved with this shit. It's like, okay, a bitch, anybody can't just get on TV. Anybody can't just get on a web series and shit. Like there's casting. So it's like when you are able to get into the door and shit, it's like you said, make the most of it because this is how hoes is getting famous and shit now. Like bitches just get Charlie B. booked, Oliver Twist, and like bitches getting booked off these YouTube shows. Like bitches know me and shit who I don't even know. And it's like you get fame, you get clout and shit, but we really want to make some money from it. So everything you said earlier about having a product is what we need to be doing on these platforms. It's just some bitches kind of get pushed to the side on the platform. And you can still use the clout to do something with it, but it's like, damn, I really would like to showcase my shit on the show. So I'm really glad that I think Ja has been putting, like, he put Roman's song on there. He put Tremel video. Like, that's the shit that you want. He put Ike's song on there. So he does push our products and shit. It's just a lot of the petty shit getting away too. But I'm really glad that he does that because that's what we want from these platforms. Like, bitch, listen to my song, buy my books, listen, come to my shop, cater, let me cater your company.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so like that's really gonna get you on. I don't give a fuck about just doing scene on some shit. Like, no, bitch, go buy my shirt.
Thank you so
much. Buy my shit, like, come to my restaurant. So that's really the name of the game.
Thank you, Jay Summer, for coming on the Wiley Show, brother. Thank you for letting me.
You're welcome, Wiley. This is a good talk.
Thank you. It really was, and I can't wait to see you when you come to Dallas again.
Yeah, I'll be in Dallas. I'll stop by if you're free and everything. I'm gonna come down for Pride, do some shit, and I might be filming. I don't know yet. So
I'm down for it. I will see you. I'm down for it. So I would love to see when you're in the city. Just to shoot
Wiley, get the girls together.
Yes. Thank you, Jay Summer, for coming on.
You're welcome. Bye, Wiley crew.
Bye-bye. So, wow. Thank you to the 88 people, million, as we say, for watching this. This was great. I'm hungry and tired, but I would make that sacrifice because that's how much I love supporting my community. When I see shows in the LGBT community actually doing it well, I got the back. So we want to say shout out to GStatus, ATL Hustle, and shout out to all of the cast members. Thank you. If you want to see me host it, put the impact out there, producers. Some of y'all watch us, okay? And we will do our part. Peace. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, thumbs up, leave a comment. And I want to say thank you again. Gotta go. This was great. And an interview. We got an interview and a conversation. Thank you. Whew.